Dude, I don't need 2 porcupines. I just told him, guy, I don't need 2 porcupines. I just want the emu. Oh, hey, what's up, developers? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? I'm lagging a little. Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Hello? Hello out there. Somebody say something. Something? Anyone? Come on, I know you guys are out there. Michael Kornblum, are you here? High five. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you guys. All right. Let me get organized here because we have a huge show. Let me just make sure we're all ready to go. Great, great, great. How you guys doing? I'm lagging pretty bad right now, but hopefully you guys can see my screen because that's Ryo says something. Awesome. How's everybody? Look at all, everyone's here, 22 people already. That is freaking awesome. Guys, I have show notes because I have crazy prizes. We're going to be reviewing every major coding platform in 2020, and I'm super excited. Before we get this started, I just want to say to the person who recommended I get some sleep, they said a good live streamer is a rested live streamer, and I got some sleep last night. Whew, I feel so much better. I feel good. I feel ready for this. We're going to review every major coding platform. Here is my list of platforms we're going to talk about today. I have some show notes. I have to share some shout outs, and we're going to get it started. So I want to give a shout out number 1 to today's prize providers. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Different companies, organizations sponsored some really legit prizes today, and I have been looking forward to this stream since I got the idea last month, and I talked to these people and communicated with them back and forth. Can you provide maybe a little swaggeroo? And these companies did. So I got to give a shout out to freeCodeCamp. Guys, wait till you hear the prize list. We'll get to that. freeCodeCamp, Educative, App Academy, Andrei Neagoie, and we're also going to be doing a few prizes, some RealToughCandy Udemy courses. So thank you to those guys for contributing. Also, shout out to my Patreon peeps and my YouTube channel members. You guys make these videos possible. With your help, we're bringing the channel to the next level. We're doing more live streams because of your contributions. Every month, you guys financially contribute to this channel so we can do stuff like this. So thank you. Also, shout out to Chiquito. I have not a kombucha today, but an Incos white tea. Haven't tried Incos, and I thought maybe I could do a little beverage reveal here. Hint o' mint is the flavor. Tastes like pine sol. I gotta say I'm not a real fan, but all the nutrition facts have a 0 on them, so I guess that shouldn't surprise me. Also snacks, just in case low blood sugar hits, which it will. Wagyu beef meat stick. Epic, I like their stuff okay. And then some Blue Diamond Smokehouse. I don't know why I'm like sharing all my lunch snacks with you. Why not? What else? Shout out to Michael Kornblum. Michael Kornblum has been a member of this network. He's been a RealToughCandy subscriber and fan since the very beginning, and today he is our mod for the next hour and a half. And unfortunately, he has to go be an adult and do adult things at work and, you know, make money and all that stuff. But we are super glad to have him for the next hour and a half. Michael, are you there? Let me check the comments here. Yes, he is. He's got a little wrench next to his name. Torrent is the best platform. Ashish, shame on you. Sherry's here. Oh my gosh. Donovan's here. What's up? What's up? Brandon. Hey, Brandon, he's from Educative. Thanks for showing up. Mela Morris, Karen H, Tasha, Anthony. Wagyu sounds good. Yeah, you see, Brandon, I haven't tried this one yet. I've tried I think they have like a turkey liver or something. Not the liver part, but I think they have like a turkey. I just remember it has a bald head and like little spikes sticking out of it. It's a very unsightly bird on the package, but like I said, it's okay. So hopefully this one will be a little better. Who else is here? Mark T. What's up, Mark? Emma, high five. Dabahav. Sorry, I totally slaughter names, and hopefully you guys know who I'm talking about when I shout you out. Franz, Ryo, Emma, who else? Phil Shakes. Awesome to have you guys aboard. We're going to have so much fun today. Let's get back to this platform here. Is there anything else I need to announce before we do this thing? Let's get into the platforms we'll be reviewing today. Now, I want to preface this by saying this is a list of the major ones, okay? Next month, hopefully, I'm going to be doing a live stream of the niche sites and the micro sites. And by micro and niche, I mean like Egghead, Front-End Masters, Coding Phase, West Boss. So many people and these solopreneurs are doing things, some really cool stuff. And not necessarily solopreneurs, but on the micro and niche levels. And I want to talk about those platforms, but there are just so many of them. I couldn't squeeze them in today. I wanted to. So if you have a platform and I don't know about it yet, shout me out, all right? Because I want to include it in that next live stream. But today are the biggies. Here's my list. I think I might have gotten them all. Udemy, Codecademy, Educative, Pluralsight, W3 Schools. Oh yeah, we're going there. Odin Project, App Academy Open, Lynda, Coursera, Udacity, freeCodeCamp, Treehouse, and YouTube. Believe it or not, I met some guy last year. I actually published an article on him. I interviewed him. He learned how to code through YouTube. I didn't think it was possible, but he learned how to do it. So we're going to be talking about YouTube as well. Now, I know some of you are like, Candy, shut up and get to it. Yeah, I know. I've got to tell you guys about these prizes, though. There are some sweet freaking prizes here. Educative is going to be hooking somebody up with a 1-month subscription to their platform. I believe that's an $80 value if you do the month to month. They have a yearly subscription plan where you save a lot of money, but just 1 month I think is $79.99. They're hooking up a lucky winner with that, okay? And I'm going to be announcing these winners. I'm going to have some fun games and trivia today. It's going to be fun. This is not your run-of-the-mill, okay, I'll do a random dice shake here on the website. Participant number 60, you win the prize. Like, I have trivia. I have various things that are going to make people say, are you serious? But yeah, I'm totally serious. It's going to be awesome. Second and third prize for Educative, they're doing a swag bag, shirt, pens, notebook, and a mug. Also, App Academy. Shout out to App Academy Open and App Academy. They are giving away a mentor plan on their App Academy Open for free for 3 months. So this gives you daily access to their instructors through Slack, and then you can get help on the topics that are covered in the App Academy Open curriculum. I did a review on App Academy Open. I waited a year to do it because someone from Google actually asked me to review this, and he's a Discord member, he watches the channel and stuff, and I took a year to review it because I thought it was I just see a lot of platforms that just don't wow me or are just like, I don't know. I wasn't looking forward to it, but App Academy has some pretty cool things going on right now, and they're giving away that mentor plan. Also, Andrei Neagoie has a new course out, and he has got a free coupon he's offering. There is a disclaimer on this, though, because the Udemy coupon system and all these changes and stuff, he's not able to generate a coupon on demand. So the winner might have to wait till like mid-February. I won't forget about you, okay? But just know the Andrei Neagoie prize won't be instantly redeemed. Also, some RealToughCandy stuff. Now, this channel is called RealToughCandy. I am RealToughCandy. I don't need to go into that, but the prizes I'm giving away are how to get a job in web development and freelance newbie on Udemy, okay? We're going to be giving these away throughout the live stream. I think with that, we're ready to go. Let's check in the comments. I'm going to be popping in here, checking on the comments. Caffeine time, Nick. Oh, see, white tea doesn't have caffeine, I don't think, or it has a little bit. Sherry says, I already have a yearly subscription plan to Educative, so if I win that one, please give it to someone else. Great. Great. EDX, High Five says, what about EDX? That's a great one. If I have time today, I'll get to that one. If not, Smokey Goodens had said mystery donations. Mystery donations, there may or may not be a spontaneous prize given to someone in the live stream. just because. I mean, why not? Why not? May or may not happen. I'm thinking it might. Okay, I think we're ready. I think I've blabbered on. How many people are here? 48 people? Hi, everyone. We'll get back to the comments in a sec. Otherwise, like, I'm already sounding like I smoke 2 Marlboro Red packs a day. I'm so excited right now. So we're going to talk about Udemy. I wish I had a ghetto horn. I wish I had a horn to get it started because this is it. We're going through the list. We're talking about Udemy. Obviously, it goes without saying, but it doesn't go without saying. I want to know your guys' opinion on this too, because the live chat's going to replay once this live gets over. And yeah, I want to know. And your feedback has just helped so much in shaping this channel that, you know, I want to know. Curious minds want to know. Udemy.com. Where do I even start with this platform? This is the platform that I based my own web developer education on. This was the centerpiece. And in particular, it was this course, right? Oh, come on. It was here. They're tripping. What are they? It was the Colt Steele Bootcamp, the web developer bootcamp, his first one. This was a few years ago, and this course absolutely just opened my mind and got me so pumped for tech. The reason I found this platform and found this course in the first place, in fact, let me just pull it up. What's his name? Colt Steele. The man, the myth, the legend. This web developer bootcamp, now, this course is a little long in the tooth, in my opinion. It says last updated February 2020, which is this month. But I just think it does need some revamping and some rehauls in some places. But let's not get too far ahead just yet. What I'm saying is this platform really opened my brain up and inspired me to continue pursuing tech. Because at the time, I had 2 books by Mark Myers, A Smarter Way to Learn HTML and CSS, and A Smarter Way to Learn JavaScript. And those books changed my life. I wanted to get Mark Myers on this show, on this channel, but he lives in Arizona and he just was feeling camera shy, he said. I totally respect that. But I'm just such a fangirl for Mark Myers and his books. He has a Python book and a jQuery book. I haven't checked the jQuery one out. But if you're wondering where to start at like the 0 level, just forget the whole video thing. Forget the internet. Go buy those books today. Okay? Go buy those books today. Especially if you're having trouble with JavaScript and it doesn't make sense. The Mark Myers, A Smarter Way to Learn JavaScript, you won't regret it. So I had those 2 books, and then I was on YouTube and I discovered a YouTuber named Coding Phase. And in his little, what do you call it, not dialogue box, like the description box, he had a link to this course. And I checked it out, and it seemed legit. And yeah, the rest is history. It's not really, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff in this course. It's 46.5 hours, but I don't want to make this platform review just about Colt Steele. But what I am really saying is for 12 bucks, you can learn how to code. I'm using air quotes there, but you can learn for 12 bucks. Let's go to my favorite instructor at the moment. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of fangirling today, ladies and gentlemen, over some of these instructors and some of these platforms. Andrei Neagoie is my favorite teacher. He was my favorite teacher when I discovered him around 2019, going into 2020. Yeah, I'm feeling his coursework. This one. Now, if you're looking for a course that's cheap, I mean, just totally accessible, $11.99. You might even find a coupon floating out there for $9.99. This one is, I would almost say, the updated version of the Colt Steele Bootcamp. Let's be honest, Colt Steele started it all. As far as the cheap online coding bootcamp video production. He's the man, he's the godfather. And I think the Andrei Neagoie course, I can never say those 3 words together. Andrei Neagoie course! Ah. I think this course is great. And like I said, it's a revamp, what's the word? A 2.0 of the online bootcamp. Plus his Discord community. But again, I don't want to make it too much about any one instructor here. Again, $11.99. Let's look at the stuff you can learn for $11.99. Now, there are some definite bonuses and definite pros about using videos for instruction. And honestly, as a code newbie, I almost got to the point where I felt like I had to have the video. Otherwise, it was just, whether it was documentation or even reading things and then doing things like interactive code environments, I almost felt like it was just too overwhelming. It was almost like I just had this like self-imposed ADD or something because I just could not focus on what was being written or what I was supposed to read, rather. Even 1 or 2 lines, I was just like, oh, I can't do it. I need a video. And I think this is where this type of platform really excels, is with the beginners, whether it's code newbie, intermediate beginner, advanced beginner, walking you through with the training wheels and all, unabashed training wheels to get people exposed to this stuff, because this stuff is so complicated. This doesn't even, you know what the sad part is? Now, I don't want to squash anyone's dreams or hopes, but this material, this 34 hours, doesn't even scratch the surface. I know. And look at all this stuff. History of the web, CSS grid, CSS layout, advanced JS, HTTP, JSON, and AJAX, and async JavaScript, APIs, Node.js, production and deployment. OMG. And I mean, just a few projects, I can't remember what the projects are in this one. But because it's geared towards beginners, they're cool projects, I'm sure. Like I said, I can't remember them, but you're not coding things to bring you to the moon, and you shouldn't have to. But what I'm saying is, this is just barely scratching the surface. But for $12, heck yeah, you should buy it. Look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff. And instructors like Andrei show you step by step. And one of the reasons, this is the insert fangirl here thing, but one of the reasons I am so excited about Andrei is because Udemy as a whole. Now, let me bring your attention to this little fun fact. Udemy has over 100,000 online video courses. Do you know how many of those courses are actually going to help you learn something? Or actually add some sort of value, or go that extra step to try and, I don't know, plug their microphone in. Now, granted, I am not the most sophisticated video maker, but you gotta have a working camera and a working mic. It can be a potato, but it's gotta be a working potato. That's all I'm saying. But, I mean, going through 100,000 courses, that's probably not fair because they have stuff other than web development. But let's just type in JavaScript and I will illustrate this point further. People like Andrei, people like Colt, people like Angela Yu, they're a rare breed. We are very lucky to have this caliber of course. Here's another popular guy. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember? Jonas. I never know how to pronounce his last name. JavaScript Understanding the Weird Parts. Guys, this is the only course on Udemy that doesn't need an upgrade. This was last updated 2015. Under normal circumstances, I'd be queuing like the toilet flush sound effect right now. Just flush the course. But going on 5 years old, almost 5 years old, and still as relevant as it ever was. Why? Because this course is entirely theoretical and entirely based on computer programming rather than implementation. No projects, no interactive quizzes. It's like the worst of college, but yet the greatest of college. Like just going in to that one instructor who's just like, oh my God, dude, can you just not talk? Can you just not? I just can't. I just cannot absorb one more word. This is that course. This was a game changer too. Now this was another coding phase recommendation that I said, you know what? This looks cool. I'm going to try it. And I did. a little bit after I enrolled in the Cold Steel course. But this one, if you're looking for some theoretical stuff, which we all need to know, object-oriented JavaScript and prototypal inheritance, building objects, build a framework and library, objects and functions, great stuff. This is the one course where I do actually have a ton of notes. I took a lot of notes. I think I wrote them down in Sublime, trying to be cool when I was learning how to code, but look at all this stuff. Amazing. But back to this. Let's go to the JavaScript results. One of the downsides of this kind of platform, now I'm not speaking from a creator standpoint, but from a student standpoint, how do you know which course to grab? So we have the top rated, right? Jonas is top rated. This course, if I remember correctly, is fine. I don't remember it being mind-blowing because I used to review a lot of courses and I used to take them just to review them. I don't remember, I guess I should just say I don't remember this standing out. I don't remember how good this one was. So all the big names here up top, Brad Traversy, shout out, Vue.js, okay, so this is just like a mashup here. Andrew Mead, another great instructor. Now your first page, I guess I'm being a little too tough here, because your first page, you have a lot, Net Ninja, you have a lot of good, proven instructors. And the other problem I want to point out with Udemy is that a lot of instructors buy their reviews. So this 4.6 thing, I mean, it's a reputable, this guy Jonas is a reputable instructor, but once you get to the second page, all bets are off. You just have to do research. Even, yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, it's 12 bucks, but also to think about how much time you're investing in this before you realize you're not learning anything. 28 hours on-demand video, okay, fine, but you got to start tripling and quadrupling the time when you see these numbers, because you're pausing the video, you're taking notes, you're wondering what you're doing on planet Earth. I mean, it gets real existential real quick. So this is a good base number to multiply by 3, 4, or 5. So it's a big time investment with these courses, and you want to make sure you grab a good one. Udemy, I'm not sure where they're headed. Now, here's the thing. I have 2 courses on Udemy, and this is a perfect time as any to talk about them. I have a course called How to Get a Job in Web Development. And I checked the other day, and yes, it's still at 5 stars. I have an average rating of 5 stars on this course. That blew my mind. Thank you for everyone who took this course. Shout out to Donovan. He said some great things about this course, and other people too. Short course, 2 hours, but totally protein packed. If you're trying to land a job and you're just not making the connection, check out this course. Yeah, not too much self-promotion today, but I did want to point that out. My course is on there, as well as Freelance Newbie. Now, this seems good as time as any to actually give this course away. Who's ready for a giveaway? Me, hopefully you. If you're looking for a job and you want to land a job, this isn't going to teach you how to code. This doesn't go into like big O notation or like Fang style interview prep. This is, I almost want to say old school. This is old school and just putting yourself in front of the pack. Now, you can read all about this. I won't get into it. Here's what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to see if anyone's interested in winning this course, because I want to give it away to someone who actually wants it. So let's go check the comments. All right. Anybody out there? Let's see it in the comments. Does anyone want my course? Guys, I don't want to go to the Reddit, I feel like crap threads and post my story about how no one wants my course. Sherry says, your book is the bomb. Thank you. I was wondering what people thought of it. I'm glad to hear that, Sherry. Thank you so much. I think maybe I'm just like really lagging. Does anyone... Okay, Alex said he's interested. A defeatist said they are interested. All right, I'm going to give someone this course. Here's what you have to do. Now, before we start giving these prizes away, all right, Tim wants it, Wing wants the course, great. Before we start giving the prizes away, if you are a winner of a prize, contact me ASAP, realtoughcandy@gmail.com, okay? This is important, this is very important. As soon as you win, Don't put it off. Hit me up at realtoughcandy@gmail.com. David, hey, I didn't know you were a subscriber. Awesome. How's it going? Welcome. Okay, we have a lot of people ready for this. But yeah, hit me up when you win a prize. realtoughcandy@gmail.com. Let me know what you won, okay? Because I'm going to have a lot of winners. All right. For the winner of How to Get a Job in Web Development, are you guys ready for this? The first person who can answer this question is going to win this course. Who is playing at First Avenue's main room on April 29th? People are like, WTF? Muhammad says, currently watching all the way from Asia and it's midnight. Quick question before I go to sleep. Are you going to keep this live stream on your channel? Absolutely. 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 I said it 3 times. Should I say it 4 for just emphasis? Absolutely going to keep it on. Balza says, I'm interested, but just going to buy it to support you. Thanks. Alex says, Joe Rogan. Let me ask the question again. Who is playing at First Avenue's main room on April 29th? First Avenue is the RealToughCandy is playing. Yeah, I wish. I wish, Sherry. I wish. First Avenue's main room, a classic club by Prince. By Prince. See, I start watching the comments and I'm like, oh, what's happening? That's a tough question. I just lost this one. Okay, we're going to come back and then I'll go through the thread because this, I don't want to clog up the time limits here. All right, so First Avenue is a club in Minneapolis. It is a legendary club made famous partially or perhaps largely by the one and only Prince. Shout out to Prince, R.I.P. But Purple Rain, if you guys watch Purple Rain from back in the day, that club is featured prominently. Who is playing at First Avenue's main room on April 29th? The first person to answer that question is going to win a copy of How to Get a Job in Web Development or a free coupon for it. All right. What more can be said about Udemy? I'll go back to this final point and then we're going to have to move on because I've already spent almost a half hour on this platform, but it's just, I mean, it's a major platform, probably the biggest one of all of them that I'm talking about today. Udemy, I'm not sure where they can go from here. I've talked, so I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the platform. I made a video a few months ago about how instructors were leaving, and that is an accurate statement. Some prominent instructors have left and are leaving the platform. But it got the attention of, I think, a product manager. I can't remember her role, but I have talked to people at Udemy more than once about being an instructor there. And one of the insights I got speaking to this person, we'll just assume this person's a product manager. Sorry if you weren't, if you're watching this. I told her that, well, she told me, let's just get to what she said, that they're trying to get away from this bottom of the barrel, not bottom of the barrel, but you know, closeout price, fire sale pricing scheme, because we're all used to $9.99 courses, $11.99. Even if the course, I mean, in other venues would be sold for $400, $500. Like truly IRL, this course would be sold for $400, $500 plus dollars. Some of those boot camps, I just talked about those boot camps, Andrei Neagoie's courses, they're worth a lot of money. They're worth a lot more than $9.99, $11.99. So she was saying, in an effort to pull themselves out of this, I don't know, it's not a stereotype, but just reputation, they're not going to be doing sales as much. I'm not sure when that's going to be taking effect. Clearly not yet, because all this crap has been shining in my eyes, $11.99 for the past 6 months. So as far as their pricing structure, I honestly don't see them changing. They have millions of people who are used to the $11.99 cutthroat pricing scheme, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Not to undermine what the people in the admin section of Udemy have been telling me, in the product management section of Udemy have been telling me, but I just don't see it. But I also don't see what more courses they could offer that are truly just like, dude, you got to snag this course. I think maybe Udemy's hit its peak with software developers. I could be wrong. Where it's hard to do video stuff and where I do see a need is with programming principles, basic problem solving skills. I would love to see a course on problem solving for software developers. I think it's such an important skill, just an absolute must. But I don't know, because there aren't projects and necessarily like coding projects you can do with that type of course. I don't know how well it would translate with video. Other than that, I mean, the world doesn't need another web developer bootcamp. The world doesn't need another data science bootcamp. It just doesn't, in my opinion. So I don't know what their future is. Interested in hearing your thoughts on that. While we're at it, let's talk about Andrei Neagoie one sec. Andrei Neagoie. He has that machine learning course, and I am in... Andrei DM'd me. He DM'd me the other day, and I flipped out. I was like, yes! You know, I could land a job. I could land a contract. I could meet Beyonce. But the fact that Andrei Neagoie wrote me, I'm like, yeah, I made it. I'm in. Roll out the red carpet, and just roll the kombuchas my way. I'm going to sit here and just bask in this. So where is the course? Yeah, here it is. Complete Machine Learning and Data Science. Now, this is largely a web developer channel, but I do want to start slowly making the change to be more inclusive for software, because honestly, web development is awesome, but so is all the other stuff, and I have an interest in almost all of the other stuff, if not just blanket statement, all of it. Machine learning and AI included, and data science also. So, I don't know if we have any enterprising machine learning peeps out there, but if you want to win this course, I need you to answer the following question, and the first person to answer this question is going to win this course. It's not as cryptic as the First Avenue main room question, but you're going to have to put on your thinking cap, okay? I'm going to make you guys work for these prizes. You got to work for these prizes. You got to work with me here, okay? The first person to answer this question is going to win the Complete Machine Learning and Data Science Zero to Mastery course by the one, the only, Andrei Neagoie. Ready? Ahem. Why did the chicken cross the road? Why did the chicken cross the road? Why did the chicken cross the road? Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner for the Andrei Neagoie course? And remember, as I said in the beginning of this stream, it's going to be a few weeks before he gets the coupon. Hopefully by mid-February, but I won't forget about you. I think we have a winner for the first one. Little Dragon is playing May 29th. William Claybrook! Woo! William Claybrook is the winner of How to Get a Job in Web Development. Good job, William. Great answer. That is correct. Little Dragon, if you guys are into down-tempo stuff, Little Dragon is great. I first heard them back many years ago. Not like many years ago, but like a few years ago. The Kids Are All Right soundtrack. That's a great soundtrack. But they were on, I think that's the last track, and it's a really good song. Recommend them if you're into that. Raul says to get a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Why did the chicken cross the road? The first person to answer that correctly, I believe, was Alex. To get to the other side. Alex, you are the winner of the Andrei Neagoie course. Alex and William, please email me your details, and I will get William your course, and I will keep Alex in the loop when Andrei has that coupon for you, okay? I won't forget about you, but just be sure to email me. Others answered before him? Did they really? Alex, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, this is... Little Dragon, oh my gosh. William, okay, this is what I gotta do. William, email me still. I gotta give away 2 courses. You win one because it was the first name that I saw. And who is the actual person who said Little Dragon? Who is the actual first person who said Little Dragon? JJ Graham Mulfro. Diego, are you the first person who said little dragon? Because if you are, you're the winner of how to get a job in web development. The first coupon. Golly, yeah. Diego, I hope I didn't totally. Diego, okay, good. He's still here. Okay, Diego, rigged. It's not rigged. I can't do this, guys. I just can't. Stream over. Okay, cool. Okay, Diego, right on. Congratulations, that is the correct answer. William, you're still winning. I got the bonus coupon for you. Hit me up. I'll get that over to you, okay? All right. Do we have a winner for the chicken? Who won the chicken? High Five says, the reason the chicken crossed the road to find her eggs and lay more chickens. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Diego, I answered that first. I know. Fail. RTC fail. Okay. Let's go to the next platform. Next platform, Codecademy. Remember, y'all, I need your opinions on these. Codecademy. Scientific fact, 98% of people think it's Codecademy, myself included. Codecademy. Trying to be clever and just like messing. Selena! I think Selena wants to give away a prize. Selena, come here. Do you want to help with the live stream? Come here. Don't make me look like I'm crazy talking to my floor, babe. Selena's here, I promise. People are like, yeah, sure. Codecademy. This site's been around for a few years, and this is one that I checked out early on as well. And I used it a little bit because they have a free tier. Never paid for it. Never wanted to or found a reason to. This is a non-video based platform where you have text and an interactive playground. Selena, please. Selena apparently disapproves of Codecademy. The thing that I found not very stellar about Codecademy, and this is just my experience a few years ago. Hey, so you do want to give away a prize. You do want to give away a prize. Cool. A few years ago was that it was, once you get past the code newbie stage, there really wasn't much more to explore. Now that may have changed and maybe I was just being ignorant, but at the time, I just felt like you hit the ceiling pretty quick with this platform. Great for code newbies, but once you hit that ceiling, it's time to take off the training wheels and check other places. So 45 million learners later, they say, 7 years, first we invented the best system for learning to code. 7 years and 45 million learners later, we've perfected it. 45 million, that's a lot. And then they have the step-by-step instructions here. Choose what you want to learn by doing, get instant feedback, put your learning into practice, land your dream job. Okay, let's check this out. I don't think you need to register to check out the basics. And that's something I liked about it too, where it's like, sign up for this, sign up for that. Well, when you're a code newbie, well, at least when I was, I wanted to sign up for like 30 things, and first world problem for sure, but it does get fatiguing after about the 20th registration of the day, especially when they don't give you the option of logging in with like GitHub and stuff. Okay, let's do it. What is coding? Oh, you guys saw that little animation? Cute. Programming is everywhere. So here's a little introduction to coding. Here's already, they're throwing the introductory stuff, the interactive code environments at you. Run this. Oh, look at that little Martian. Isn't she adorable? Run. Cool. So I'm not sure if this is like a landing page or a sales page or what, but take the quiz, try it now. Okay, let's go to this interactive thing. Welcome to this quick coding session. A bunch of us, folks who work at Codecademy, entered the world of programming by editing our profile pages. The code customizable websites of the early internet allowed us to play with the look and feel of our sites. Let's create that experience. So this is pretty much what I remember this being. This is a type of code playground. And what I mean by that is right in your browser, instead of having to set up all this stuff, having to set up a code editor or an IDE, sorry, I totally blanked out. Selena's sending me messages and I can't focus. She controls my mind. I'm smooth-brained and I don't have my own brain. Very tightly controlled here. And you don't have to set up or risk failing, because all this stuff, no matter if you're setting up an editor, whatever, in the terminal doing stuff, bash scripting, something's going to break. Now with this, at least you have the benefit of knowing that it's already set up for you. So let me just see if I screw this up, because I'm sure I will. And then hopefully they give me... Okay, so look at this gamification. I don't recall that when I used this curriculum. Maybe that's changed. Codecademy, like I said, is really good for code newbies. And a lot of this stuff is free. At least it was a few years ago. Let's ask the internet. Is cereal a soup? That's one of the suggestions. Is Codecademy free? Selena, please. Is Codecademy worth it? It's a no-cost, almost a no-cost platform. Above all, or all the courses are free. I don't know if that's accurate, because I did see a pricing plan here. Maybe that's for a mentorship. Let's go to Codecademy Pricing. Codecademy Price. The lowest price pro tier is $19.99 a month. Can I just go to their actual website? Okay, so here's their membership page. Try it for free, members only content. Okay, so you unlock features with Codecademy once you upgrade for the pro. So you get the premium services, quizzes, portfolio building projects, and customized paths. Now, fun fact, a few years ago, I actually applied to be a, I don't know what the position was, like code assistant. Basically, when people had problems on the pro tier, they'd be like, help, Codecademy person, I need to know how to debug my JavaScript. I was like, yeah, right on. That sounds like a cool job. Guys, it was the most awkward interview I've ever been to. There was just something weird about it. It was, I won't get into it. Maybe some other video. I did a video about it like 2 years ago, maybe like a year and a half ago, probably 2 years ago at this point. It was just weird. So choose your plan, $19.99 a month, or month to month, $39.99. But again, a lot of the stuff is free. Let's check out their catalog and see what they're working with. So they have free 3 categories: web development, programming, and data science. And then by language, so Swift, Go, PHP, C#, R, C++, Ruby, Bash, Python, JavaScript, Java, SQL, and HTML and CSS. So here's your pro career path. So this all costs, because they've curated the courses and they show you how long this should take. Create a front-end app with React. I don't know, I want to read the comments ASAP, because it's been a few years since I've taken Codecademy, and I really don't hear anyone else being a champion for Codecademy. So I'd be interested in hearing from people who have taken this and actually benefited, or maybe didn't, or just thought, meh, it's all right. All your standard stuff: intro to JavaScript, JavaScript functions, introduction to React, Ajax requests, React capstone. I wish they'd share what the project was. That's important. Let's see what the comments are saying about Codecademy. Mela says, I made my first project using Codecademy, so it has a special place in my heart. What was the project, if you don't mind me asking? She said it took them 45 million to perfect it. 45 million people on Codecademy. Sherry says, I completely agree with you about hitting the ceiling quickly on Codecademy, but their pro plans seem to be pretty extensive. Okay, cool. Emma says, I learned quite a bit from Codecademy on the 7-day free trial, but as soon as you use only the free tier, there's lots of gaps that only get covered in the extra premium stuff. Selena wants to give Sherry a prize. Selena, is that true? We may have to do this in a bit. We may have to give the Sherry prize. Giveaway Algo Pro? Come on, bro. Let's see. Sherry says, if it were cheaper, I might be a champion of Codecademy, but for the price, I would go with another platform. Yeah. My final verdict on Codecademy, and I know I've said this 6 times already, it's been a few years since I've used it, but I'm still going to stick with it. Good, maybe even great for code newbies who don't want a lot of setup time. But you're going to hit that ceiling. This is for code newbies. Just know that. I contacted Codecademy. Unfortunately, they're a pretty big company, and I'm small fry for them, and I didn't get a prize from them. Sad dear. Pluralsight. According to my friend on Discord, at the RealToughCandy Discord, they're doing a free weekend this weekend. Let me see if it's true. Plural. Now here's another one where they're trying to be clever, and I can't spell plural to save my life. Plural, is it S-I-T-E or S-I-G-H-T? Pluralsight? Look at this. Before we go into this, look at this. Free weekend. Yes, here it is. Look at this. Look at this on their Twitter. Free weekend, guys. It starts today. Free weekend. We're making all of our expert-led video and interactive courses free for 1 weekend only. Selena disapproved of that. Okay. So, you got the information. Let's talk about this platform. I have used this platform a few times. I love the auto dark mode. That's always like the quickest route to my heart, wherever it is. With Pluralsight, you can keep your skills sharp, measure your skills and showcase your expertise, tailor your learning experience with personalized channels, dig into a critical topic. Now this one, perhaps not for code newbies, but if you're an intermediate newbie, advanced newbie, even intermediate developer, just like straight up mid-level, I think this might be a good platform for you. Some people have said a lot of their stuff is outdated, though. You have to be careful with this stuff. Now, it has been said by a few other people that the minute you publish a course in software development, it becomes outdated. It's already, the minute it hits the shelf, it's already... There is some truth to that. However, there is a difference between becoming gracefully outdated and just completely and utterly useless. You've got to watch out for the second category. Now, I don't know if there are courses on Pluralsight that fall into that second category of utterly useless because it is so old. However, we're going to check out some of this stuff. They have paths. This is the thing that I did like about Pluralsight. I don't know how much it really helped me in my career, but I do recall really enjoying the assessments. I think I probably failed all of them. I got like if there's a meter of 1 to 100 and like, you know, the 80 to 100 is green, the 40 to 79 is yellow, and then all the rest is red, I probably got a 2 or a 3 and hit like, barely moved the needle and was stuck in perma red. So these can help people to a point. Get your skill IQ. Yeah. If you're a glutton for punishment, take the assessment. That's another point I want to bring up about these courses. I'm going to talk about that point, but I want to see, okay, they got the 10-day free trial too. Their JavaScript path, I am going to come back to that point though. 11 courses, 27 hours on their JavaScript path. Here are the courses. They have a 49-minute video on JavaScript functions. JavaScript best practices, 2 hours, 40 minutes. They have the level it's geared towards, so JavaScript functions, beginner, JavaScript fundamentals, intermediate, JavaScript syntax and operators. So that's nice, just a quick glance at what you're about to dive into. Let's play this course overview without getting a copyright strike. Hello. Okay. Pretty standard stuff here. You have your video browser right over here. The course is separate. I don't even know if you want to call this a course. Maybe, yeah, one JavaScript function course. The chapters or modules are separated here on the right. I'm not going to turn the sound on. Should I turn the sound on? I'm not going to turn the sound on. I can't anyway, I don't think, because my mic's plugged in. What do I know? Notes, table of contents. Yeah, I mean, Pluralsight is a very clean platform. That was my first impression of it, and that is my impression still. It's very clean. They take their products seriously, I think. But I don't know, again, I don't know if their courses are really, what percentage of them or what, you know, what piece of the pie are they just, maybe one of these days I can actually form a coherent sentence. What percentage of courses are outdated? Let's see their paths. Nice coloration here. This site reminds me of CodePen. Just really nice UX UI. Managing projects. See, look at this stuff. This is that's a thing too. Pluralsight is good for enterprise development and people who are already in the business, maybe wanting to expand to things like .NET Developer on Microsoft Azure. Not a newbie course. Active Directory administration. Probably not something you take in your free time. Probably something to take if you've been tasked with a new duty at your job, or you're expanding, the company is expanding and you have to know these things. These are things, agile fundamentals, yeah, very, very corporate focused, a lot of these. Not all of them, but many of them. Architecting in AWS. Some pretty cool topics here. AWS Big Data. A lot of AWS stuff. Ooh, look at all this AWS stuff. Salesforce, beginning Salesforce administration. I wish this was vodka. Building a Citrix Zen desktop. Environment. Wow, they have a lot of stuff here. Holy smokes. Might be worth the free weekend, guys. Just saying. Plus creative videos and creative courses, creative paths. Adobe Target. Adobe Target, what is that? I have their subscription. What's Adobe Target? After Effects. Game environment modeling. Yeah, I've never finished one of their courses. I've probably watched a few minutes of their videos over the course of my career. What have you guys experienced with Pluralsight? Good for corporate stuff? Video-based? What are we thinking? What are we thinking here in the comments? Let's check them out. I actually do that .NET Developer on Microsoft Azure at my work, says Sherry. Cool. What else? Michael Kornblum says, having bad flashbacks of Lynda.com. For some reason, Pluralsight and Lynda are inexorably linked in my memory. Ooh, I like that you mentioned that, Michael. Shout out to Michael Kornblum. He is an amazing mod. He is also one of the mods over at the RealToughCandy Discord. He is so great. I love his company. He's so funny. He's, you know, this word gets thrown around so much in web development or software development, in tech, to the point of just like wanting to roll my eyes. Empathy. Does anybody really know what they're saying with, you need to have empathy in the tech business? Like, shut up. You don't, you're just saying that. I have met a few people over the course of my software developer career who truly exhibit these skills, and Michael Kornblum is one of them. He's great. I just really respect him, and shout out to Michael before he has to go to work here doing the mods. Mela says, I've tried it before, but wasn't for me. Hey, Gregory, how's it going? Yeah. Sherry also mentioned that it is outdated. So maybe, you know, come on here and pick and choose. This weekend thing, this weekend free trial thing, if you've got nothing better going on, or you just want to explore some courses, check it out because it's going to be all weekend, apparently, according to their tweet. W3 Schools is next on the list. What? Is it time for a giveaway yet? No. Also, is Ray here? He is the promoter of the Android Developer Africa channel on YouTube, and I have a prize for him. Ray, if you're here, let me know in the chat. I have something for you, and I need you to claim it today in this chat. Okay. I think we're good on Codecademy. Let's go to Educative. No, we're not, because I wanted to talk about the thing. This is the thing. Capital T, lowercase h-i-n-g. This is the thing about all of these online platforms. Now, I may be glowing giving some of these reviews to some of these platforms, but the nature of them is that they all have some pitfalls. And one of them, now I've never heard anyone mention this, but I know it to be true. I know it to be true. I've been in education now for a few years, which is just a byproduct of being in software development and having this YouTube channel and interacting with you guys in the community of junior developers and new developers, aspiring developers, is that these platforms don't let you fail. You could pay $0, you could pay $50, you could pay $5,000. But whether you're using Udemy, CodeAcademy, Pluralsight, or all the other ones we're going to talk about today, to my knowledge anyway, none of these, certainly Udemy, they don't let you fail. Even if you got an F minus on one of their quizzes, on one of the challenges, if you totally flunked the entire course, you still get the certificate of completion afterwards. And where does that leave you? And it's just, it sucks because we live in such a consumer-driven society that not giving someone a certificate of completion after they paid for it, no matter how they perform, people would just flip out and say, you know, I paid money for this, where's my certificate? It's almost like a pay-to-play thing. Oh, you paid us? Here you go. It doesn't mean anything. And so the electricity follows the path of least resistance. And as humans, we do too. So when we're able to just click next, we're going to do it. If it says your certificate is waiting, we're going to say, heck yeah, and post it on the socials. I think that is where a lot of exclusively self-taught developers end up hitting a roadblock, because it feels like we're learning. It feels like we're getting ahead. And even if we fail, we can still proceed. And I think it's because of this consumer-driven society we live in. People would not tolerate actually failing. Now, in a boot camp, you can fail. You can try and do chargebacks and stuff, but you know that expires after a certain amount. You can take it to court and whatever. You have to go out of your way to do it, but you can push and get your money back. But for the most part, you know, after 30 days or whatever, you're SOL. And I think that is a big benefit of going to college, of going to boot camp, is that if you don't try, you're naturally going to fail. And for people who aren't getting it but are failing, I think every attempt needs to be made to make sure that they're being taken care of. Now, that's a whole other tangent. Let's get back to these platforms. W3 Schools. Now, here's an interesting platform I want to talk about because I use this is kind of like documentation with training wheels. According to some old schoolers, a few years ago, W3 Schools was absolute garbage. But it was kind of a flotation device when I was drowning in the sea of resources as a code newbie, and even not as a code newbie, ramping up to my first developer job where I was still new, obviously, but I wasn't completely lost. Especially because it's so quick. Like, you can find the navigation of this site is so amazing. Now, as far as being able to learn from I won't say top to bottom, because there is no such thing as learning computer programming from top to bottom. But as far as learning the basics of web development and software development, we'll say web development for this, going through starting here and then ending down here, I wouldn't recommend it. This is a great resource, and I think it can help accent your knowledge of certain things. But as far as like using this as an actual, your main centerpiece, this is just documentation. And you read documentation when you have a problem with something, or you're just trying to get a general overview, like, oh, this is nice, lick finger and go to the next page. Okay, cool. And then you get to coding, getting to work on projects and stuff. This site doesn't have projects, doesn't have quizzes. They have awesome examples that you can try in the browser. You remember that thing I was talking about, the coding playgrounds? Just love it. And it's so fast. The site is super fast. It doesn't have hardly any images on it. For like a few JavaScript tutorials and CSS, it does a few HTML tutorials, but for the most part, it's just like lightning fast. Ooh, and they have a dark mode now? That's dope. So as you can see here, this is the HTML tutorial, just showing you some basics. I like that you don't have to sign up for anything. Again, it's really just more of a documentation for newbies. I don't really use it that much nowadays. It's always one of the first things to pop up though when I'm Googling something, Googling one of these terms like Java tutorial or whatever, you know. These always pop up. Let's see. I'm just curious. What do they have to say about Java? Can you actually learn the basics of Java at W3 schools? This is cool. I'm excited to see more and more of these interactive coding environments. Just even something like, here are my code editors, right? I have Visual Studio, I have Atom, I have PHP Storm. I also have Sublime Text. And using any of these, where is it? Using these three, they're a little slow to fire up. But Sublime Text, that's my go-to. I'm just trying to do something really quick. Even still, it takes more time. Again, going back to the electricity follows the path of least resistance. If I can do my coding right in the browser, if I can test stuff out right in the browser, I'm gonna freaking do it. And I think these additions, these playgrounds are freaking awesome. And learn by examples. They have Java examples. That's dope. This is pretty cool. And they have a playground for Java. I did not even know that. Good job, W3 schools. Way to improve your product. Let's see what people have been saying about Pluralsight and also W3 schools. Let's see. Damilola, did I say that right? W3 schools is for quick reference. Indeed. W3 schools, Athalia, is that how I say your name? I always see you in the Discord. I'm like, oh, it's the girl with the pony avatar with the hair. Right? Is that a pony? I'm not sure what that is, but I always associate your profile with your username. W3 School is the best thing to make flashcards from, then memorize the basic feature of a programming language. Boom! She nailed it. Yes, absolutely. Eddie says, sorry, I've been chatting too much. That's what the chat's for, Eddie. You're welcome to chat. Chat it up. Chat it up. What's everyone else saying? Meetups and networking are super important. You have to put yourself out there. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Eddie also says, just to add to my previous comment about GitHub, also going to meetups and network is really important. Guys, I could do a whole video on networking, but I'm not. Maybe that'll be in the future. Let's go to the next platform. W3 schools, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. It is a major platform, but not for learning how to code. You know, flashcards. quick samples, quick edits, quick testing, stuff like that. Okay, this next one is going to be a prize. So that should perk up some ears in the home studio audience. This platform, if I had to describe it, I would say it's like, I don't want to say names. I really don't. But really, I think it's like CodeAcademy plus, 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 plus. The similarities in that it is text plus interactive code environment, but the topics, it breaks the ceiling that CodeAcademy has produced for itself. And the reason I found out about this platform is a funny story. So it's not really funny. It's just kind of a side note. It's not funny at all. Somebody from Educative was like, hey, RTC, are you interested in doing a course? And I said, I appreciate it. I'm flattered, but you know, it's just not in the cards right now. However, this is an interesting platform. Tell me more about it. And that's when we started talking more and discussing about their platform. I did some videos on their platform. I became an affiliate of their freaking platform. And I like what they're doing. I really like what they're doing. I think as the months and years go on, this is going to be a bigger platform because right now it is kind of underground. I know it's not. I know they have like hundreds of thousands, 225,000 users in 192 countries. And when I say kind of underground, I mean I guess I should say from the YouTube perspective. I'm not seeing a lot of other developers talk about this platform, but not a lot of developers, I guess, talk about platforms in general on YouTube. So yeah, maybe that's just me being a ignorant person. But going through their courses, the topics are very specific. And I want to show you what I mean by that. React project. This is one of their free projects. Oops, React project. Let's see. Let me see here. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. What's it called? It's like building a Tesla. There it is. Building Tesla's battery range calculator with React and Redux. Again, this is a free course. They have a few freebies on here. This free interactive course is designed to teach how to create complete applications using React and Redux by building Tesla's battery range calculator. You do need to understand the basics of React, but other than that, this course takes you through the steps required to build each component, how to handle user interaction, and how to create cool animations. I love the specific nature, the highly specific nature of some of these courses. The code snippets and illustrations are great. The playgrounds too. So with the playground, they're really robust. They have one called Grokking the Coding Interview. I think it's actually a learning track, and I did review this a few weeks ago. Let's see if it's this one. Over 1,000 playgrounds, 125 challenges. This is one of their more popular courses, 1,415 recommendations. Where was I even going with this? I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, I thought, okay, so this is what it was. They have the coding playgrounds, and you can do it in Java, JavaScript, Python, and I think Ruby. I might be misspeaking here, but at least those three languages, and it's just like tabbed. So if you want to do it in JavaScript, you want to solve the problem in JavaScript, you click JavaScript, do your thing and run it. Really robust. Let's see what else. And they have, just like all the rest of the platforms, they do have tracks, and they also have individual courses. So here's your learning tracks. Become a front-end developer. Did a review on this one. React for front-end devs. Your courses include Kotlin Crash Course for programmers, a complete guide to modern JavaScript. Educative. So they have, here's what they do. They have instructors produce these courses, which is what they wanted me to do. And still, I mean, they contacted me again a few weeks ago. I was like, RTC, we want you to do a course. I was like, oh, you're killing me, Smalls. I said, I'm not going to commit, but I am interested. And I pitched my idea, and they said, when you build it out a little, and we'll see what we can do. I said, okay. I don't want to give too much away. Actually, I will. It's a problem-solving course with JavaScript. Like the kind I was talking about when we were reviewing Udemy problem-solving process. Database Design Fundamentals for Software Engineers, Flask, so on and so forth. Reintroducing React. This is another example of the highly specific, maybe not highly specific, but just specific courses that I really don't see in a lot of other platforms. If you learned React a while back, it's possible you haven't been up to date with every new feature or release. It's possible to get lost in all the releases. Let's go check this out. And let me see if I can show you some of the coding environments. So they have the illustrations. Some of them have memes and stuff, which is just, you know, keeping things interesting. Let's see. Not available in preview. I could sign in, but I don't remember my credentials, and I'm just being kind of lazy right now, I suppose. But this is their I guess their interface for students. This is how all the courses look, and they aren't showing the candy bowl. Trying to curry favor, I see. Well played, Educative. But yeah. The reason I'm having a hard time focusing right now is because it's time to give away some Educative stuff. Now, they are offering, shout out to Brandon, shout out to Educative. I really like you guys. I really love your platform. And they hooked me up. It goes a long way, just taking the time to say something, anything. And not only did they respond to me, they responded in the affirmative. All right, so they're going to give away 1 month of Educative. Who wants the Educative? Let me see a show of peeps in the chat here. Who wants the Educative? Woo! Brandon, yes. Yes, he is still here. Yes, he is still here. He is still here. We are here. We're going to give away the first prize. So let's hear someone. Gregory's on. Gregory wants it. Okay. He's in the running for Educative. Who else? Who else? Who wants this 1 month? Who wants the 1 month to Educative? Okay, lots of people. Here it is. It's rolling in. They're rolling in. Okay, Anna, Gabe the Fifth, Mark T, Historian Thomas, Mela Morris, Gregory Power, Daryl LaRue, Franz Kahn. Oh man, we're lighting up here. Matthew, Kuba, the thing's moving, I can't read it. Kubwimana Patrick, Emma, Moose, no please. Moose said, oh, Moses. Sorry, I thought I said Moose. Moose, no please. Moses says me please. Okay, a lot of people want this one. Alex says, can I win this one if I won the Udemy course? Alex, unfortunately, I didn't say this at the beginning, but please, 1 prize per recipient. I'm sorry. I know. I would love to give you one, but please, one prize winner for the stream. Okay. We have a lot of people. Here is my question for, okay, this was my, because this is more of an not more of an educational thing, but because this is strictly educational, I didn't want to ask like a question about coding, because if you're new to coding, that reduces your chance of winning it, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to point. I know you guys are going to be like, are you serious? I'm going to point and I'm going to point to the winner of the 1 month Educative subscription, all right? And let me know the winner, let me know what you think of it too. I haven't stopped scrolling yet, and I'm scrolling on my computer. Okay, I'm going to stop. Here we go. I'm going to start here. Okay. I'm scrolling, I'm pointing, and then I stop. Who won? Gregory Power. Gregory Power won the 1 month subscription. Gregory, are you still here? Are you still in the house, my friend? You win. You win. Please hit me up. Now, if you guys want some Educative swag, they're also giving away a 2nd and 3rd prize. So the swag bag has an Educative shirt, some pens, notebook, and a mug. Who wants that? Who wants the second and third prize? Let's hear it again, because I have some trivia. Now this is for the swag, so this is going to be more of an entertaining trivia type question. Gregory Power, thank you so much. And shout out to Educative. Thank you guys for hooking up Gregory. Okay. The first person to answer this correctly is going to get themselves... Sherry, you're due to win here. Sherry, let's get it. This is for the swag, the second prize. The first person to answer correctly, what is the hex code for Perl? The color Perl, P-E-A-R-L, not the programming language. What is the hex code for Perl? The first person to answer this correctly wins the swag bag. Go! Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. I might tear into this Wagyu. We still got a third prize, so if you haven't won anything yet, watch this. Web developer mukbang. David Costa. Now I'm being rude. Oh, hey. Not bad. The correct answer, if you said EA, my ink is smudged. EAE0CH, you win. David Costa, I think you're the first one. Good job. All right. Now. This is for third prize, okay? Shirt, pens, notebook, and mug. What is the command for installing NPM globally? First person to answer that wins the swag bag from Educative. Sherry wants to know, how are people answering before you even finish the question? Am I on a delay? I thought I was on a delay. I don't know what's going on. Exorcism.io review. I'll put it on the niche site. Let me actually paste this. Exorcism.io. All right. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. So, Historian Thomas said, oops, it is. So the answer I have here, now guys, I have to go with the official answer on my sheet here. It is npm install flag G. Who has npm install flag G? Matthew Smith said non-install G. Guys, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I know Matthew probably meant npm because the O is next to the P on the keyboard. This is going to have to come down. I'm not doing a coin toss on the channel. I'm going to give it to Matthew Smith. npm install G. npm install G. Good job. Good job, Matthew. You are the winner. Matthew Smith is the winner of the third swag. I get so distracted with these. I could just read your guys' comments and just sit here. I'm sure people would tune into that too. 78 concurrent viewers. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, newcomers. Welcome, new subscribers. Welcome, Patreons. Welcome, patrons. Welcome, YouTube members. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for every major coding platform reviewed for 2020. Who all do we have in the comments? Who all do we have? Shout out to everyone who joined today. Shout out to these people and organizations who sponsored these prizes. We still have lots more prizes, okay? Don't get your hopes down. Don't get your hopes down. We're going to go back and we're going to continue. I messed up typing fast on my phone, says Matthew. No worries. The intention, it's the intention. I knew you meant NPM. Okay. All you winners, like I said earlier, please email me right now. Tell me what your prize you won and I will get you hooked up with the appropriate person. RealToughCandy@gmail.com. Moving on. Odin project. You guys ready for this one? Let me have a swig of this tea-flavored water. We're going to go to Odin project. Now, Odin project. I did a poll on Twitter a few months ago about what people thought of the Odin project. The majority of people said it was alright. Some people said it was great. Other people said it didn't do much for them. Now, from my understanding, the Odin project, I could be going on information that isn't quite accurate, but I think I'm right. The Odin project was inspired by App Academy. And so they took App Academy's thing and made it their own, which is totally fine. I mean, I'm not hating, but I'm just saying where this kind of evolved from. They got the inspiration from App Academy, which App Academy Open we're going to be reviewing in a bit here too. Now, the Odin project is 100% free. It's open source. We're going to check out the curriculum here. I think they teach Ruby, and this is, yeah, full stack Ruby on Rails. Because everything looks good up to this point. It says you can change your track at any time. Your progress will not be lost. Many of our tracks share the same fundamental lessons. I see. You can choose Ruby on Rails, if you so wish. Guys, if you don't live in a tech hub, I would not recommend learning Ruby and Ruby on Rails. Ruby is a wonderful programmer, beginner's language. Wonderful. Ruby and Python. If you don't know where to start and you don't know if web development's for you, but you know you want to program, check out Ruby, check out Python. Wonderful beginner's languages. But Ruby on Rails is a backend framework for Ruby used in web development. And unless you're in a tech hub, the jobs just aren't there. You know, not everyone is out there trying to get a job ASAP, but most people who watch this channel are. So that's my disclaimer. Front end only takes you through the front end stuff. I wonder if they have a framework on front end only. Let us see. Web Development 101, JavaScript, 35 lessons, HTML and CSS, getting hired. You'll be equipped to deeply understand and create your own design framework. So they don't cover front-end frameworks like React, Angular, Vue, even something like Svelte. Yeah, and that's something that's really, hold on. Stop the car, I gotta get out. We take a brief look at the most popular JavaScript frameworks. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. Odin project may be good for the beginning stuff, but once you need to start really branching out as a new developer, this isn't going to be this is not going to be a complete platform. In order to be marketable as a front-end developer, as a full stack developer in 2020, gotta know a framework like React or Vue, Angular. Not a lot of enterprise action with Vue or corporate, whatever you want to say, but it's better than nothing. And you can pretty much learn all those frameworks. They do the same thing. It's just a matter of syntax largely. Yeah, people are going to call me ignorant for that statement, but I'm right. Introduction to frameworks, Angular, React, Vue. Let's see what actually they're showing you here. Oh yeah, not much at all. Not looking good for Odin as far as the complete JavaScript developer goes. Maybe okay for intro stuff. Tic-tac-toe, restaurant page, to-do list. Odin, I know you're a mythical god, but you're killing me, Smalls. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. ES6 modules. Discord. Okay, that's a big bonus. The community element is so important in this stuff. That's why I love Andrei Neagoie too. He's in the Discord. He's actually in his own Discord. A lot of instructors have pages, and this is totally understandable. This isn't throwing shade, but it's just the reality that we're busy. A lot of us just don't have time to, start a Discord, be in the Discord, and work one-on-one with people or one-to-many in a chat situation. Now, my thing, RealToughCandy, my vision, my status is very involved in the community, and one-on-one communication is very important to me. It helps me do my job better as a YouTuber, as an educator, as a software developer who works with people of all abilities. Hearing you guys and interacting with you guys is very important. So I am on the Discord almost every day. Usually I will make my presence known. Some days I'm just chilling. I might post a link and that's it, but I do catch up with the feed. I am there. Where was I going with this? Community. It's really important. As that person pointed out in the chat earlier, meetups and networking so important. Absolutely. And that can expand too to places like Discord and other message boards and stuff. Don't dismiss it. It's very, very important. I don't know, guys. Odin, it's just not popping. It's just not popping out to me. JavaScript ES6 modules, a quick review. Has anyone used Odin? Because I haven't used it as a student, but I have looked at it. I have talked with people and engaged with people who have used it. What's the community saying? What are people saying about Odin? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Primitive Futurologist says view for the win. Anybody? Odin? Going once? Going twice? Yeah. Verdict could be helpful. I think right now the strongest point looking at this is the Discord server. Now it sounds simple, it sounds basic, but I'm taking the spectacles off to emphasize this point. Community is so important. Not just in software, but with everything you do. All it takes is one person to change everything for you. Now, all it takes is one person to destroy you, but I'm just saying, all it takes is one person to really change your life around and really open up opportunities, make you think in new ways you haven't thought of before. Really. I think this platform needs a little more work. It just isn't popping to me right now. Full stack JavaScript, front end only. Gotta have something. I mean, if it's a track, you gotta go hard with it. You gotta have that framework. And not just a one-page thing. Good for introducing people to the concept, but you're talking about getting hired. Code newbies, junior web developers already have a lot to prove, and if they're coming in with a portfolio with no framework, they're not going to set themselves forward. It's not to say they won't get hired, but they're just setting themselves up to be in the back of the pack because there's going to be someone in that mix who has framework experience, even if it's just on personal projects. Marginally, even just like marginal differences make huge differences when it comes to standing out as a job candidate. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I wish there were more fireworks with the Odin project. I wish these guys success. I like that it's totally free. But let's talk about that for a minute. The platforms we've talked about so far vary in price structure. Some are free. Some cost $10, $15. Some cost $80 a month. Now, there are some people who believe you don't have to pay anything for developer education, and they would be totally correct. You do have to ask yourself, however, how much your time is worth. Because by the time you find out a resource or resources that work for you and dig through piece by piece, okay, I need to learn about JavaScript functions. Okay, I need to go learn about immediately invoke function expressions. Okay, I need to go learn how to query a bind in JavaScript. I need to go learn Bootstrap. By the time you find something that works for you for all these things, you've sank lots of hours into your education process. Now, this is where stuff like boot camps and college. Now, college doesn't really teach web development, practical web development. They're more theory. But they do set people's minds up for being more efficient and respecting things like your time. Because with college, guess what? By the time you get out, whether you're majoring in underwater basket weaving or software development, you're out 40, 50, 60, 100 grand. Degrees are so freaking expensive. And even if you pick one in a STEM field where you have some sort of chance, you're still in debt. So you have that pressure. You have that pressure. And here is my point. When you pay for something, there is that pressure. And maybe college isn't the best investment for a lot of people. But for 80 grand, you're going to take that education serious. Much more serious than if it was free. With something like Educative, you're going to be paying 80 bucks for 1 month, or I think it's like 200 something for the year. You're going to take it a little more serious than if it was free. That's just the way it is. And so I think I'm not here advocating for everything to cost money. I mean, if something is meant to be free or the person wants it to be free or open source, who am I to say? But there is that pressure once you invest in this stuff. How many free courses have you enrolled in and how many have you finished? And then compare that to the things you've spent a few $100s on. You invest yourself in things you spend money on. Straight up. Let's go to App Academy Open. We have a giveaway coming up. Oh, and let me remind you, App Academy Open, they are giving one free 3-month plan to someone. And what that does, it gives you access to the instructors on Slack for help with the App Academy Open curriculum. Okay, so get ready. What am I doing for this one? Yeah, since this is another educational one, I don't want to exclude anybody by asking like cryptic code questions. So we're gonna do something a little more accessible. App Academy Open. So, like I said at the beginning of this stream, I waited over a year to review this platform because number one, it's free. And just like I was just talking, well, I guess it kind of relates. It wasn't directly related to my thing about, free versus paid. But if it's free, you can't compete with that. And it's just anyone can do it. Like, oh, check out my free ebook. Like, dude, no. How much is your time worth? If you asked me to pay $20 for it, I would take it a little more seriously, honestly. I think that was the thing. I would have taken it more seriously if it cost money. But I actually was really impressed with this platform. I think they got a great thing going. And with all the free ones, this one's up there. So let's read about this. I did a review. I haven't been posting any links or anything in the chat, but just YouTube. You know how Google's now a verb? Like YouTube is now a verb. YouTube RealToughCandy App Academy Open. And my review is going to pop up. So what they give you is 100%. People have this conception that it's only open to people in the United States. I don't think that's true for the App Academy Open. I think it's open to everyone. On the free plan, you're going to get 1,500 hours of material with readings, videos, and projects, an interactive coding environment, and community features like chat to keep you connected with thousands of prospective developers. I like that term because I say code newbie or aspiring developer, prospective developers. I'm going to steal that. Our graduates work at Google, Dropbox, Facebook, Slack, Uber, and Pivotal. Now, App Academy, they have an in-person boot camp in San Francisco. And their acceptance rate, according to something, now this was a few years, this stat is from a few years ago, but I think it's probably hovering around the same number if I had to come to conclusions. Their acceptance rate is around 4%. Which is why they can brag about putting people in these slots. And that is awesome. That is awesome. On the opposite spectrum, we have coding boot camps that just accept everyone. And they are just starving for your money. And they will take your money. And they will not provide an education. Now, App Academy is one of the more reputable coding boot camps. And I think they're doing a really good thing. But I do want to emphasize that if you're trying to get into App Academy, it's going to be pretty competitive. 4% chance, but I guess it's better than 1 or 2%. But it really is kind of the opposite of what we see in a lot of these platforms. It's like, come one, come all, anyone can learn this stuff. It's not that hard, promise. Just give us $5,000. Yeah. So this is like the Ivy League almost of coding boot camps. But they say, you know what? Just because we're selective doesn't mean we're going to be exclusive. You see what they did there? And they went for the free plan, and it's open to everyone. It is the same freaking curriculum as they use in their highly selective in-person boot camp. And I think that is awesome. We hear so much, again, about, we were talking earlier, I was ranting about people who are like, yeah, you need to be more empathetic. There are people who also are on that, spouting platitudes about being more accessible, being more inclusive to people who don't come from tech backgrounds. But what are these people doing about it? Okay, you can rant about it in a tweet, but what actions have you actually done to close that gap? And so big shout out to App Academy, who I think took a big risk and put this curriculum online for everyone. And they are taking action to make coding more accessible. 1,500 hours of material, and watching some of their videos, go check that review out I did. Watching some of their videos, I was like, dang, this is good. This is really good. And I wonder, they won't let me select a plan and access this stuff without signing in. But yeah, the curriculum is just expansive. It's mind-blowing. Look at all this stuff. So they don't show, I want to share with you the curriculum. I'm just bumping around here like a bumbling fool. The back end is Ruby on Rails. I do teach Ruby on Rails. Let me see. Let me try App Academy Open Curriculum. Here we go. Let's see if this. Okay, yeah. Ruby plus OO design, Ruby 2, and test-driven development. So this is their in-person, but all the curriculum they're sharing here, they're telling you what you're going to learn in person is their App Academy Open. And again, it is free. It is free. The Web and Rails, SQL and AR, Rails 2, weeks 4 through 13, JavaScript, full stack projects. Yes, they have a lot of projects too. I encourage anyone who is looking for a real challenge, and most of us are, if we're trying to enter this career field, we're looking for a challenge. And you're looking for a free option. Even if you're not looking for a free option necessarily, check out App Academy Open. They did some stuff. There was one video in particular, this guy was talking about data structures. The video was one of the most engaging, no BS, one of the most engaging videos on programming I've ever seen. I can't remember the guy's name. The video is, it's poorly lit. It's so raw. These videos are for students. They're not to show off on, some landing page to try and make $1 million. These are raw, real videos. And I just love it. That video was so freaking engaging. It was a data structures and algorithms video, introduction to it. But yeah, I was really blown away with App Academy Open. And I actually signed up for their, I got invited, one of their people invited me to their Slack community. And I signed up and I was like, hey, everyone. And I saw a few people from the RealToughCandy community there. So that was cool to see. That was cool to see. Let's give away an App Academy 3-month mentorship plan. This was my bad. I was such a dodo. I printed off my notes on label paper without labels on them. I'm like, oh, the ink will dry. Like, yeah, no. I think, according to these notes, that's like a $90 value. Okay? I say like because I'm not completely sure. But it definitely costs money, and App Academy is giving this away. Let me plug this too quick. I talked to a guy who's been in software development. I interviewed him for this channel. He's been in software development for a quarter century. He's seen a lot of changes. I just really loved interviewing this guy. His name's Curtis. We're going to have him on the channel probably next week. Probably have like 4 or 5 videos, but the first video or 2 videos, they're going to drop next week. And I interviewed him about freaking everything. He's a curriculum developer at App Academy. I think I could be having a total brain fart here. And if I am, Curtis, I apologize. But he's involved in their curriculum. And we are going to be giving away more mentorships with each interview video that I post. I'm thinking I might have 3 videos, probably 4. So we're looking at 4 more of these mentorships. It's pretty dope. Shout out to App Academy. You guys are doing great work. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments. Who is interested? Time for dinner. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Eddie. Thanks for coming. Who's interested in this mentorship? Let's see it. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get your vote in, I guess. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to point to the screen and I'm going to say, this person wins. I know it's an uncivilized way of determining these things, but that's how we're going to do it. Let's see. Let's see. Where's my chat? Where are my peeps? Where are my peeps? We got 77 people watching. Hello, everyone. Steven says, I started App Academy a few weeks ago. I would love the mentorship. I didn't even know they offered it. Hey, Selena, come here. Help me with the prize. Selena's going to help with the prize. Matthew Smith, get this mentorship. Okay. Steven, you might be unopposed here. You might be unopposed. Sherry says, screw it. Let's go for it. Interested. Okay. All right. Steven, you got some heavy competition with Sherry here. She logged on when this live stream started and she's ready for a prize. Is anyone else? I need to know explicitly. Are you interested? Primitive Futurologist said, I'm in. L. Christopher, I'm French, but I can do some effort for the mentorship. Matthew, oh, that's right. I already won a prize. That's right. Mark T is in. Okay. Okay. Let's give everyone a few, let's say 30 seconds. Selena, help me count. 29, 28. People are like, stop counting. Make it stop. By the way, did I mention freeCodeCamp? Their prize. Shout out to Quincy and Bo. Bo Carnes is their YouTube manager. And I asked Bo if he would, if freeCodeCamp would be interested in donating a backpack, their custom backpack for 2020 for the live stream. And they said yes. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't won something, there's still plenty of chances. And we still have to give away this App Academy thing. Eddie says, I was on the phone. What did I miss? Okay. Steve and Sherry. We got a few other people. I'm in. Please give a chance. Don't know what I should do. Okay. Here we go. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Mayank, is that how you say? Mayank says, I'm in. Mark says, I'm in. All right. The doors are closing. Let's... How do you close? Okay, this way. Yes. The pulley goes up. Okay. Are we ready? Selena's going to help? Good girl, Selena. Wait, take my name out of App Academy. Sherry, this was your chance. You had a really good chance, my friend. You had a really good chance. Okay, I'll take it out. Your wish is my command. Here we go. Last call. This is like the Indiana Jones movie where Indiana is like sliding under that, was it the Temple of Doom? And it's really funny whenever they do those scenes. It's like, oh geez, the door is shutting on him. It's gonna squish his guts, and then it takes like, they say it's gonna shut in 3 seconds, and it takes 25 seconds for the whole thing to finish. This is kind of like the Indiana Jones version. Okay. Eddie, this is it. The door is closing. This is for a 3-month mentorship thing. That's horrible of me to say. A thing? No, it's a 3-month mentorship plan for App Academy. Eddie, are you interested? Rock says good reference. You're talking about Indiana Jones because Indiana Jones, the three OG movies, love them. The chilled monkey brains thing was kind of unsettling as a kid. I think it's more unsettling as an adult than it was a kid. Okay, the doors are closed. Eddie, I'm sorry. What are you having for dinner anyway? What's for dinner? I'm hungry. Where's my beef stick? Should we go back to the web developer mukbang? I always called it mukbang, but apparently it's mukbang. Okay, here we go. I'm pointing to the screen. App Academy, 3 months. Okay. Okay, Eddie said he's passing. Okay. Wagyu. My finger is pointing at a name. Okay, I pointed at someone who didn't want the prize, so we're going to go again. We're going to go right here. Mella Morris. Are you here? Mella Morris. Sound off, Mella. Or Mila. Sorry if I've been mispronouncing your name. Mila. Mila? Mella? M-E-L-A. If you are here, blink twice, because you are the winner of the App Academy 3-month mentorship program. Matthew said monkey is awesome. I was in a all-chef band named after that dish. Matthew, I can't. I can't. Can I get things even though I live in Brazil? Absolutely. Yes, Matthias. Congrats, Mela Morris. Well, Mela, if you're not here, that's okay. You don't have to be present to win. Just when you watch this, hit me up. Jeff B says, I am here. But is Mela here? Is Mela here? I don't know. I hope that person is here because Eddie, bro, thanks for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Very inclusive live stream. Love it. Thank you so much. That was very generous and very thoughtful. I hope your dinner goes well or was great. Okay. The winner has been announced. Let's move on. We still have some prizes here. We still have the free CodeCamp backpack, which I am keeping for the latter half of this stream, which I think we definitely... Selena. Yeah, Selena has a stink face right now. I don't know what her problem is. She's mad I'm talking to you guys instead of her. I understand. I do. I think Michael Kornblum had to go to work, but this one's for Michael. Lynda.com. I asked Lynda, did you know Lynda is now owned by LinkedIn? I contacted all of these peeps asking for prizes. And there is no contact. Like, if you are a person or business wanting to get a hold of Lynda, not the woman, but the website, like, does anyone actually run this site? I had to contact them through Twitter, and then they said, please contact LinkedIn. Well, LinkedIn, being busy and successful, did not get back to me for a prize, which may be fine, because honestly, guys, of all the ones I've listed, I'm sorry, but I think you got to avoid lynda.com. I think you have to avoid this website. Courses are notoriously outdated. They may seem like they're fine, but from my experience and from culling the experiences of others, not only is there a ceiling, but there is some serious outdated material going on here. Now, Lynda, I really don't see the value they add with their platform for web developers. Let's go check it out though. Before I just write this platform off, we got to check this out. So we have some new releases. UX Insights, Google Sites Essential Training, WordPress, creating an intranet website, ESLint, Node.js. Right away, one thing I'm noticing is that you kind of have to know what you're looking for. Software development. How are you going to have 600 courses on software development, but 700 courses on web development? Shouldn't it be vice versa? But let's just check it out anyway. Let's check it out. Ooh, my computer. If this computer crashes, it rarely does, but I do want to give you the warning. If this stream crashes, stay tuned because I'll be back up and running. I just hear it getting cranky, mad at me. Raspberry Pi Weekly, Azure. I mean, if you don't know exactly what you need, unless I'm missing something, like, are there come on, learning tracks? Are there learning tracks? Not seeing them. Programming languages. Arduino, prototyping. Maybe I'm just being judgmental here. I'm just not seeing it. Web development. Let's see what they have for JavaScript. That's always a good place to start. JavaScript is a good litmus test, IMO. JavaScript courses anyway. JavaScript for web designers. Now this is one that does sound a little promising. Let's see what the preview is looking like. Professional looking, professional production. Let's just go over here. Okay, overview. Released February 6, 2020. Holy smokes. Released yesterday? Really? Okay. Creating maps with free Bing Maps API. Guys, you know, this kind of throws a wrench in the whole operation because number one, it was released yesterday. Number two, like, okay, let's not even go to number two. This was released yesterday. This might be useful. I haven't taken this course. In fact, I haven't completed any courses on Lynda. Start my free month. Oh, come on. See, this is the type of thing. Dude, Lynda.com is now LinkedIn Learning. Monthly is $29.99 and 1 month free trial and then $20 a month for the annual. Access 15,000 plus expert-led Lynda courses. Earn a certificate. Watch anytime. What additional features or benefits does LinkedIn Learning provide? LinkedIn Learning combines Lynda.com's high-quality courses with LinkedIn data to give you personalized courses recommendations based on your current job, skills, and what professionals like you are learning. I already don't like where this is going. They're trying to like Facebook the whole thing and data mine you so you can buy more courses. Ugh, golly. No refunds. Except in certain situations. So, yeah, I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm just not. I'm sorry. What do you guys think? Let's hear what the audience has been saying. Just logged into my Udemy and all the courses are $100. Try a different browser or clear clear things on your browser, clear everything, and then try signing back in again. Because the 1099 thing, I don't know if that'll work. Just try it and see if they give you that, because I'm logged in and they say, oh, it's $500. I'm like, no, it's not. I'll just use Firefox, which is a browser I rarely use. Sign in and I get it for 12 bucks. Try it. Can you repeat the question? I'm confused why speaking speed has suddenly increased. Am I lagging? Or maybe I'm just talking like I inhaled helium. Helium, the legal drug. Yeah. Okay, if anyone has any comments on Lynda, I'd love to hear them, but we got to move on here. This is another platform where I don't have a much to rave about. Coursera. Here's my Coursera story. When I first was exploring this career field, 2014-ish, 2015-ish, I ended up on Coursera and I ended up enrolling in a JavaScript course. It was free. And it was produced by these hippies from Duke University, which all of that is totally fine by me. I could almost smell the patchouli. Again, as an ex-hippie, totally fine by me. Had a little flashback of some blacklight mushroom action on the walls, but, you know, whatever. It was fine. And then it got to the point where, boom, all of a sudden it wasn't fine. All of a sudden it was not fine. And I was totally stuck. And I had gone to Women Who Code meetup. Great organization. Lots of meetups I had gone to early on, and their organization's meetups was one of them. And I felt awkward. I think it might have been my very first meetup, and I was, you know, naturally feeling kind of awkward. I'm the code newbie. I don't know anything. But people helped me, and I just kind of approached this group of women, and I said, can you please help me with my Java homework? And I just felt like I was 7 years old. Like, can you please help me? I don't know what I'm doing. And they helped me. They helped me solve the problem, but at that point, I kind of felt defeated. I felt defeated, and I said, what am I doing with this Java thing? I still tried learning it and stuff. But the Coursera, just like feeling fine, and then all of a sudden, they threw this project at you that it wasn't really based on the previous material they had shared. So that's where I was like, ugh. That's where I failed. And you know what? This is my gripe with platforms also. Now, to give some context, online platforms are amazing. We've been talking about how amazing they are for the past 2 hours. But one of their downfalls, in addition to the one or two I've mentioned during the live stream, is that so many course creators assume so much about you. They present the material as if you were a colleague rather than someone new. And not everyone who creates a course is an instructor. You know what I mean? This happens so many times, and this is what separates the chaff. What's the saying? I'll tell you what's chaffed. It just separates the pool of course creators from actual instructors. People who don't make assumptions. People who understand learners' pain points and understand what it's like to be a code newbie. And this was a course that was this was called Java 101. And from my recollection, it was a course for people new to coding. It said no experience necessary. That's why I enrolled in it. But it gets to a point where so many creators are they just presume a lot of things. And that can be really dejecting. And I remember feeling so frustrated. I was just so frustrated. I wanted to give up forever. I said, I'm not smart enough. People who succeed in this career field have been doing it for, since they were kids. They've played on the Commodore 64. They've programmed their own little Commodore 64 games or whatever. I didn't have a Commodore 64. I didn't have, we didn't have a PC till I was a teenager. And then I wasn't interested in coding much. I would play like, was it Pip and Pop? Does anybody remember that game? It was like these jesters. Is that even a word? Is it jest or jester? The guys who wear like the little pointed hat with the bell and like, sire, please, I will do it at once. They wear like the pointy toes. You guys know what I'm talking about? I think it was called Pip and Pop. That was my first intense experience with PCs and computers and stuff. So when I hit these areas in these curriculums where it's just like, dude, you're assuming that I know this stuff, really dejecting. Not Coursera's fault, not a Coursera it's not an issue that started at Coursera, put it that way. It's an issue that starts everywhere and perpetrated everywhere. But let's talk about Coursera. Illinois, Duke University, Google, Michigan, University of Michigan, IBM, Stanford, Penn. Earn a certificate or degree. Get ready for a career, learn the skill set. Going back as a reviewer, and I came back to Coursera just to see what they were up to, like, I don't know, probably like a year and a half ago. I just wasn't seeing it. But maybe someone else out there has. I really would not recommend this platform for code newbies. Now, maybe it succeeds in enterprise stuff. In that case, that's totally cool. But as far as learning the basics, there are many platforms we discussed earlier that I think do a great job. And Mark Myers' books, too. Smarter Way to Learn HTML and CSS, and Smarter Way to Learn JavaScript. Yeah, this is another one of those platforms where I don't see where the extra oomph is. I don't see where the extra oomph is because Udemy has quizzes, Udemy has modules, Udemy has videos, and so does Coursera, but Udemy is much cheaper. And people like Andrei Neagoie have a Discord server where you can meet people and talk with the course creator. I'm not sure if Coursera offers that. Yeah. What are the peeps saying? Matthias says, the cool thing about Coursera is that you can ask for financial aid and it works every time. At least it does for me. Yes, I'm glad you asked that. The wheat from the chaff, said Michael Kornblum. That was the phrase I was looking for. Thanks, Michael, for showing up today. Thanks for your support. Coursera, yeah, you can ask for financial, and I think I did that once too, and I did have like a compelling reason. I did have a compelling reason. Sorry, I got totally distracted. Guys, okay. So this is where I have the memory of a broken toaster. Did I announce the winner for App Academy Open 3-month scholarship, 3-month mentorship program? Yes or no? Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Did I announce the winner? Let me, because if not, I got to get it together. I got to get it together. Matthew Smith says, ew, Lynda. Rock the Vote said, Lynda is available at local libraries as well. I'm glad you pointed that out, Rock, because not everyone has a fast internet connection or reliable internet connection. Not everyone has a computer that is fit for learning web development. Not to say that libraries do, I guess, for that last one. But just to point out that you don't have to stay at home to learn how to code. You can go to your library and get hooked up with Lynda and not have to pay for it. Sherry, I tip my Inco's white tea to you, my friend. Thank you so much for that super chat. I'm feeling the love. I appreciate you. And just for that, I'm going to take a bite of this weird little meat stick. Oh, Emma Dawson. Thank you. Okay. Mila, you won. Mila, you won. You won. Oh my God. This is like I'm not normally like this, I promise. I'm like really, really good with my manners and stuff. Okay. Mila Morris, you won the 3-month App Academy Open Mentor Plan. Just to let you know. So please email me and I will get you hooked up with that plan, okay? I will connect you with the proper people to hook you up with that plan. Okay? Coursera. Going back to Lynda. Rock the Vote said Lynda has partnered with libraries. You can get it for free. So that might be something too. If you find something that tickles your fancy, check out your local library. Love libraries. Love them. They've helped me so much. And I wrote about this in my new book, Real Tough Software. I want to get to the point where I can just throw $1 million at a cause and not even blink. And not the IRS. I would love to just support so many programs, and a program or an institution that is on my list for receiving a lot of funds are the library systems I've used over my life. When I was desperate, when I was looking for answers, in all senses of that phrase, my library was there for me. When I wanted to listen to some new music, my library was there for me. Always. Whether I was living in the Midwest, whether I was living in Turkey. Oh yeah, I rocked a library in Turkey. I rocked it there. Wherever. In a little tiny town, they're all on my list. So shout out to your local library. Shout out to my local library too. They're awesome. They're awesome. And they still have books there too, believe it or not. Okay, let's go to the next one. Udacity. Does anyone have anything more to say about Coursera here? Andrei says, great things about Lynda. It's not only free with a library card, but you can download entire courses to your mobile device. Learning to code at the beach. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Coursera. I'm gonna say it's a pass, guys. Maybe one of you has a compelling reason. Aside from the hardship, because yeah, there's like, it's in small print. What is it? Is it like hardship? Or that's not even it. It's here somewhere. But anyways, if you can't afford it, you can be like, hey, I can't afford it. Please help me, and they will. Usually. Udacity. Now this is one. I didn't mean to do three in a. I did not mean to do 3 in a row where I'm just like nah. But yeah, and seriously, they're using a modal to get me to sign up. Udacity. Now, Udacity has partnered with Google. Now, a few years ago, I knew a few people who were going through their Udacity, was it like Learn with Google scholarship program? Basically, Google bankrolls people's education if they're going through Udacity. I was going to say Audacity. I might have enrolled in some of these, but it's kind of blending in with Coursera and Lynda right now. The thing, I think it is more exclusively geared towards techies rather than, oh, by the way, you can learn how to make a really mean flapjack. Like, this is all tech stuff. Programming and development, AI, cloud computing, data science, business, autonomous systems, C++, and they have the nano degree programs. That's right. To my recollection, Udacity is pricey. It's a relative term, but let's just see what we're working with. Front-end developer nano degree program. Learn how to build high-quality websites and dynamic applications to create stunning user experiences for the web. Enroll now. I don't like downloading things. Okay, yeah, so this is a little pricier. We're looking at $1,436. If you, I don't even know if Google does that Succeed with Google program anymore, or what their curriculum consists of. But yeah, it's just about $1,500 doing 5 to 10 hours per week for 4 months. Enroll by today to get immediate classroom access. Classroom access. All nano degree programs. So here's what you get. $1,400, 14 whatever, here's what you get. And don't forget that 10% off, y'all. Real world projects from industry experts. Okay. That's good. So are we talking tic-tac-toe real world? Or are we talking like MVC real world? Like what do you mean by real world? Because I have my ideas, but what are yours? Technical mentor support. This implies chat, personal career coach, and career services. Flexible learning program. Okay. So you do get stuff that is layered here. Here's what you get. Interview prep, resume services, GitHub review. Ooh. So this, okay. So the price is probably justified if they can deliver with this stuff. Personal career coaching, interview prep, resume services, GitHub review, LinkedIn profile review, resume shared with 95 plus employers, project reviews. 3-hour average project review turnaround time. It's pretty dope. But I think probably due to the price, I thought, did they give a free trial? Maybe I haven't tried Udacity. I thought I was enrolled in one of their this pop-up's got to stop. That's just got to stop. I thought I took a free course or something. They're all blending together right now. They're all blending together. I want to hear from a Google Scholar. RTC, do Studio Web. You know, Studio Web is on my list for niche courses for the next live stream because, Matthew, were you here for, oh my God, I can't focus because people are making comments and it's awesome. Earlier in the stream, I'd mentioned I'm doing a niche live stream where I'm doing smaller platforms and niche reviews. And that's the Steph Mischuk platform, right? I think that's the one because I asked him to hook me up with Studio Web. And he did. So that was cool because I got to see what all he is offering students. And we're going to check that one out. I might hit Steph up to see if he'll donate one for the next live stream. If you finish the challenge intro course, you have a great chance you can win a nano degree. Finishing the nano degree has got me a job though. Sherry said, look at this. Sherry said, I was a Google Scholar through Udacity. Hated it. Sherry, I'm dropping the mic. I'm putting it right here for you to speak. Tell me why it sucked. Tell me everything. You were a de facto Google Scholar. Those are some pretty big words there. Tell me. She hated it. Wow. Interesting. React. Do they have standalone courses? Okay, become a React developer. 46-minute. What? Oh, it's 11 hours. Okay, it's 11 hours. What? Oh. Okay. So this is, okay. $3.99 a month, pay as you go, or $14.36 if you stick to their timeline and do the nano degree thing, the React nano degree program. So are all these nano degrees the same price? Like, how much is the cloud computing? Do they have a cloud? Dude, if I see that pop up one more time, I'm gonna flip a table. DevOps engineer. Okay, let's see how much this is. DevOps engineer. How much? 11 hours, 45 minutes, 30. Oh, did I miss this part? 4 days? So I don't understand what this timer is. This a timer for how much time I have to sign up for it? Why is it counting down? I'm so confused. Okay. 4-month access, it's the same price no matter what you do. I got to check in with Sherry here because I'm compelled. I mean, I'm really compelled here. What made her hate her earlier comment? Okay, sorry, Sherry. I didn't mean to provoke. Don't get me started on how, this is what Sherry says about the Google Scholar program. Don't get me started on how bad Udacity is. Their courses were out of date. You couldn't even make the projects work if you followed the instructions word for word. Yeah, that's a killer. That's a killer. That's a absolute, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. The out-of-date courses like we were talking about during the Udemy portion. Just, if it's one quick way to just turn you off to the amazing things programming has to offer, take a course that's completely outdated. Mark says, one of my friends was in a Grow with Google thing on Udacity over a year ago or something. She was trying to get through a web development track, but found it to be misrepresented. Guys, I think that, I mean, the people have spoken here. Udacity, even if it was free, I think there are better options. The AI thing, okay, they have AI, cloud computing, lots of courses, but if you're pushing stuff that's super outdated, it's okay. I mean, again, going back to that comment that, once it's published, it's outdated. There is truth to that. But there's a big difference between like coming to a grinding halt and, having an NPM package that needs to be tweaked or something. Big difference. One's frustrating. One's going to make you want to quit forever. And if you can't get help for that, if it's a platform-specific problem, you just can't go into like a JavaScript Discord and be like, hey, what's wrong? At least with an NPM problem or something, someone's going to know. Stack Overflow is going to know. But if you're asking specific questions about a Udacity platform, how they do things, or like, hey, this project on Udacity isn't working, I don't know why, excuse me, they're not going to know. I mean, you're going to have to explain a lot to them. You're going to have to do a lot of work in order to just debug simple things when you're doing this kind of stuff. And that's not exclusively a Udacity problem, but if a course is really like a grinding halt, Udacity, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get your platform. Put her here. That pop-up 6 times, 5 times, probably 4. But to me, I'm just like, I'm feeling microaggressed right now. Let's go to the next platform. Free. No, I won't. I mustn't say. Did she say it? Does anyone know what movie that's from? Only my favorite movie of all time. YouTube.com. We're going to review YouTube.com as a coding platform. Are you ready? Now, I hardly ever use Firefox as my browser. I'm not signed in. And this is what they're recommending I watch. Do you guys, is this, oh, geez, really? Shakira and J-Lo's full Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show. Apparently there was some sort of ball game last Sunday. I don't know. I was busy with PHP. Web development. What pops up? I'm curious. What pops up for your typical user? Yes. RTC. Result number 4. I was wondering why that got so many freaking views. Brad Traversy, Code Drip, LearnCode.Academy. What's Dev? Can you learn to code on YouTube? You can learn to code anywhere. I think YouTube's a terrible place to learn how to code. even though we have some great channels. Obviously, Traversing Media comes to mind. Web Dev Simplified. This guy's channel, I love this guy's channel. This guy has a killer newsletter. Web Dev Simplified. Now, this is an insider tip you're not going to regret. Go to this guy's website or just type in Web Dev Simplified newsletter. In fact, let me see what's going on with this. Yes. I think his newsletter posts are also blog posts. Darn. Is it blog dot... Let me try... Oh, no. Curses. Let's try this. Anyway, this guy's... yes! Go to blog.webdevsimplified.com. I love Kyle's frickin' newsletter that is now a blog. And look at this. He has built... This is a newsletter, people. This interactive thing here for a CSS calculator. Watch this. Isn't that rad? He built this. And he releases his newsletter every week. That is getting off topic. But Web Dev Simplified. Awesome channel. Traversing Media, awesome channel. And many, many more. Many, many more who are doing great things for free, showing people the tech. Problem is, it's really hard to build a learning track based on what these content creators produce because the videos are non-linear. And what I mean by that is 1 week you might have a Python video, data scraping with Node, the next day, and then the next month you're learning about Flexbox, and then the next week you're learning about, I don't know, Java crash course. It's non-linear, and so it's really hard to find a learning track that way. You can pick up a lot of cool things. I use YouTube, or I used to use YouTube. I really don't watch video tutorials at all anymore. I prefer documentation. It's just so much more efficient. But, you know, last year, a couple years ago, I was still using, well, I was trying to learn like different frameworks and stuff last year. And I was, you know, I'd already worked in enterprise development, but like just seeing demos and stuff. Seeing demos for Svelte, seeing demos for, and not necessarily wanting to code, but just to like get a quick overview. And just wanting to feel entertained at times as someone who codes like for a living and gets paid to talk about tech and produce tech. Sometimes I just want to sit on the couch and eat Wagyu beef sticks and watch videos. Oh my God. Build a coronavirus blocker Chrome extension. I love this guy. Great job, Kyle. Great job. Smart guy, nice guy. We've collaborated. I featured one of his, oh my God. Gosh, I'm such a pig right now. Hashtag no regrets. I reviewed his React course in a video a few months ago. It's a really good course. Really short and to the point. With a project. I think multiple projects. Yum. Okay, let's go. So YouTube, what do you guys think? What have you guys learned on YouTube as far as software development goes? Are you guys... Or I should say, how do you use it? That's my question. How do you use YouTube? Are you subscribed to people who do tutorials and then learn how to do them as they present them? Or are you looking for specific things? What are you checking out? When I first used it a lot, when I was using it a lot, probably like, this would be, I don't know, like 2016, 2017. I would Google or use YouTube for new technology, just about everything. New technologies, seeing demos, trying to debug stuff. I would come to YouTube a lot when I was trying to debug stuff. I would just run into a wall. I am not posting on Stack Overflow, even if the question has never been asked. No way. No freaking way, dude. I didn't know much about like Discord. I don't even know if Discord was around then, but there was stuff like, you know, Gitter, but I really didn't know where to go. So YouTube was the obvious choice. And yeah, just a lot of New Boston tutorials, a lot of Traversy tutorials, various tutorials, and seeing how they did it. And a lot of dead ends too. There's a lot of, you think Udemy has a lot of dead ends. YouTube has double, triple, quadruple dead ends. Most of the videos, just avoid. Emma says, I look up videos on specific problems when I get stuck building websites. Yeah, exactly. Anna says, I look for specific videos on whatever I'm studying at the moment, but I'm also subscribed to some channels with quality content. Matthias says, RealToughCandy is reminding me lunch was so long ago. It always is. I know. It's always so long ago. Andrei says, I tried the learning to code through YouTube path, but found it quite confusing. But I also found YouTube a great way to fill some holes I had in my growing knowledge base via Cold Steel site. Yep. Sora Dev. Hey, Sora Dev. I know you. I know you from Discord. I think I know you. Sora Dev. I think I know you from Discord. To be honest, YouTube and W3 schools have been great for learning about very specific topics. Oh, yeah, totally. Eris says, I use YouTube just to understand a basic overview of how pros use a certain technology. Text documentation stands out for me even as a beginner. Good. Nick says, I prefer the deep knowledge gathering in the text docs and articles, but I really like video when I'm approaching a new topic or want some inspiration banter. Yes. Great point on that, because I do that too. I still, even if I'm not necessarily interested in something, I'd be like, let's just see what it's about, or let's just have some background noise, because being what I do, I run my own business, I'm on this computer every day, all day. Sometimes I just need to get that inspiration. There's this user in my Discord named Nick. He's so funny. Every day there's a huge coffee emoji, and I feel that emoji day in and day out. I totally feel it, because it can be so hard to stay motivated, especially when you're dealing with something that's just like a pain, like a total pain. And you have to deal with it. And hearing people talk about code sometimes is all you need to be like, okay, you know what? This isn't so bad. This person's making me feel motivated. Let's hit play. So that's a good point too. I'm glad you brought that up. YouTube can be great for just the bantering. Rock the Vote says, could you discuss computer language certifications? Do those hold a lot of weight? I don't think they hold much weight at all, because they're not accredited. These things, as we discussed earlier, you don't have to pass anything to get a certificate. You just have to pay. So employers, I mean, if I got something from a potential job candidate or a de facto job candidate, potential employee, that said they were certified, they got a certification from Colt Steel, or certification from Udacity, a certification from, whoever, Nick Day. Yes, he's here with his coffee. Any of those, it would just be clutter to me. And one of the awesome things and one of the not so awesome things about software development is that it's completely 100% not regulated. I mean, we have access to some really, really important stuff, some really powerful stuff, some really sensitive records. And we don't need a certification. We don't need to be licensed. We don't need to be given a thumbs up in any other way by any sort of government. Whereas if you want to run a frickin' barbershop, you have to have a license. Your state needs to say, come and inspect your building and say, it's ready. It's what the fire inspectors have to come in. All kinds of things need to be up to code. No pun intended. But it's tougher to become a barber in many senses, or, a small business owner or a restaurant, than it is a software developer. And so these certifications, I mean, they're not being issued by the state. You don't take a bar exam. This is the one career field, the one professional career field where you don't need a certificate from a government entity. Plumbers, They need state licenses if you're going to be considered like a de facto plumber, a licensed plumber. Lawyers, you need to pass the bar exam. Nurses, healthcare professionals, you need to pass your clinicals. You need to pass, what is it? Is Juju here? Juju was in pediatrics, and now Juju is a software developer, and really exciting to hear Juju from Juju. Is it the RNCLEX? I don't know. I could be totally ignorant on that, but there are a series of hoops you need to jump through in order to become a de facto nurse, doctor, healthcare professional, etc. Not so with software development. And that's the frustrating thing about it, though, is that there are no standards. There is no agreed upon standard when it comes to professional training. That is a blessing and a curse, because we don't need college degrees to be software developers. We don't need to graduate high school even. If you got the skills, you can be employed. And that's something you just don't see in other professional career fields. Try getting a job as a lawyer without passing the bar exam or without going to college. Never see it. You'll never see it. Or how much of a trust factor would a doctor have if they didn't have a PhD or a doctorate or whatever? Wow, that is my smooth koala brain. I have the brain of a koala meets a goldfish meets a broken toaster. I also have the emotional maturity of a broken toaster, but that's getting off topic. What I'm saying is, to get back to that question, that was a great question, by the way. Certifications for any type of software development thing are just, use them for puppy training pads. I just don't think they're worth anything. Gabe the Fifth says you need a license to sell weed. Exactly. Sherry says, honestly though, I would rather have to pass a bar type exam than to have to go through technical whiteboarding interviews. You know what? I wish I could be like Reddit and just like award you with some sort of emoji or something on your comment. Like, that wins the thread. That's a great point. These whiteboard interviews are frickin', don't get me started. They're so stressful. But having to do an exam to be like, you know what? The powers that be have all agreed that this is the de facto standard you need to reach in order to practice software development. There's a lot to like about that concept. There's a lot to like about it. There's also a lot to discuss. That could be a fun video. So let's get back on topic here. Great comments, guys. Rock on. Ari says, have you reviewed open classrooms? No, I haven't. I'll put that on the list for the niche site, or remind me. Rock the Vote says most of us have passed the OCA exam. What's the OCA exam? I'm not familiar with that one. Matthias Ribeiro. I just Googled Colt Steele. It says he's a porn star. Damn that smile. I don't even know how to respond to that. Volpixiful says the Oracle SQL certificate is hard to get, but no one wants it. You know what? That's funny. Last year, I enrolled in a program, my alma mater. I have different degrees, and I use none of them. But I enrolled because I wanted my certificate in SQL Server, for the SQL Server, for SQL Server. Yeah, and it was just for personal and professional gain. But I'm not applying to any jobs anytime soon. I might put that one in a resume because it was from an accredited university rather than like, Udacity or Udemy or whatever. This is a really good thread. I really like this thread, but we're gonna have to move on. Great comments, guys. Thanks. And hi, Nick. Thanks for that coffee. I needed it. I needed that emoji. I'm about ready for some more caffeine. Let's go to the next next platform here, and then we're going to be winding down. We have one more after this. What? That's right. It's teamtreehouse.com. So the name of the company is, the name of the website, oh my gosh, I can't focus and talk, teamtreehouse.com. The name of the platform is Treehouse, but their URL is teamtreehouse.com because this. The other day, I talked about Treehouse. I did a video on Treehouse, and I also did a Twitter poll, completely scientific, I assure you, /sarc. But people who responded, there are like 48 people who responded. They said, the majority said it was just okay. And I agree with that sentiment. Treehouse is very newbie friendly. We'll give them that. And I don't want to repeat myself too much for everyone who saw the Team Treehouse review. But we'll just say that, let's talk about the basics. Free trial. They got that 7-day free trial. So, you know, any of these, if they have a free trial and you're kind of on the fence, just try it. If you're not feeling it, at least you had the free trial worth instead of having to spend, you know, $80 on Lynda where they don't have a return policy. That's just, come on. So the tracks here, pretty, I don't want to say robust, but it's better than just one or two. Front-end web development, user experience design, PHP. I was so excited when I heard the PHP track was added to Treehouse, and I actually checked it out, but because this is a platform for newbies, most of the stuff they present to you can be found in the same style, in the same, how do I say it? The way the PHP track is organized here is the way it's organized in other courses. There's an Edwin Diaz PHP course on Udemy, and unfortunately, I just don't recommend it. I just don't recommend that course. But if you had to choose between the two, and you're trying to get started with PHP, I would say Treehouse. Treehouse has that consistency. Their videos are highly produced. They're tightly produced. Their microphones are expensive. But not all that glitters is gold. And there is, again, going back to that concept of having a ceiling. Where was that? Codecademy. This is almost like the video version of Codecademy, where you may be able to find some good stuff here, but there is a ceiling. And this is really surprising to me too. 50,000 plus current students. They've got a flood of promotion though, like whether organic or you know, if they're sponsoring, I don't know, but people like Chris Sean, he got educated or started his education with Treehouse. It changed his life. And that's awesome. But I'm really surprised at only 50,000. I thought it'd be like at least 200 or 300,000. Are they saying current students like paid students? Because maybe they're just not accounting for people who have done the free trial and not upgraded? I don't know. 300 plus courses, 278 workshops. So this is video based. Again, let's see. What do I want to show you guys? Is there anything you guys want to see on Treehouse? Which I'm sure you guys can explore on your own, but you know, that's the reason we're doing this live stream. We got to talk about this stuff. Let's talk about this stuff. The navigation with Treehouse is also something on my list of like, I wish it was a little more intuitive, because there's a way to access some of these previews, like the course previews, without signing up, but you would never know it on this page. So let's go Team Treehouse course list or something, and I think you can access it there. See, look at this. This is a course library, and I couldn't access it from their landing page, unless I was totally missing something. JavaScript functions, no surprises here. Creating mockups. Let's just check. Oh, upcoming releases. These are all upcoming releases. So they're staying fresh. They're staying fresh. Designing for user roles, introduction to design systems, creating mockups, working with get and post. Here's your PHP super global module. Where are my freebies? Where are my freebies? Where are my freebies? Now, when I reviewed this platform, I had some freebies here. I don't know, maybe JavaScript without signing in. I don't want to sign in. Don't make me do it. Just don't make me. Okay, make me. Just kidding. Let me preview JavaScript here. SQLize ORM with Express. Now this is surprising to see because this is, yeah, intermediate topics. Okay. I would say, a beginner. So the way I see it in my mind, there's 3 tiers, right? This is not just in my mind, but this is how it is in the real world. We're talking about levels of software developers. We have juniors, intermediate, and senior. And then within those categories, we have different levels. We have code newbies. In the junior level, we have code newbies. We have intermediate newbies. And then we have advanced newbies, advanced juniors, or if you want to call them that. And in this case, I think intermediate would also fall in the junior category in the mid-level tier, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that's cool. That's cool that it's not just, here we go. Here we go. I want to show you guys the quality of the videos here because they are really tightly produced, especially when people do their on-camera work. They're using some nice cameras. They're in a freaking studio. Let's see if we can get this guy to talk to us. Let's see. JavaScript practice with Pug. Some interesting topics here. But one of the gripes we had in the comment section of that Treehouse review is that the courses are outdated. Yeah. So I don't know how outdated, but outdated enough where people are like, yo, Treehouse, come on, let's see some updates. So yeah. Thea says, do they teach you how to build, tree houses? Michael Kornblum is at work still in a few minutes before clock in. Right on. Right on. All right. Does anyone have any more comments on Treehouse before we go to the final platform? Something? Anything? Great comments, guys. Thanks so much. I appreciate your participation. Anything? I used Team... Here we go. Here's a comment. I used Team Treehouse free trial a few years ago to learn CSS. I understood the concepts, but it was so slow. And I was using video speed a lot. You need extra patience and motivation to follow on. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because that was something that in the Twitter poll, people had mentioned, some person had mentioned that the speed is just really slow. Now that is going to appeal to some people. And I cannot fault them for going slow because a lot of times pacing is really hard to get right in video platforms. Selena, come here. Come here. Don't do this. Don't do this. There you go. Thank you. Pacing is really hard to get right in video courses because everyone has different rates of sponging things up. And I think going slow is infinitely more beneficial than going fast. Rushing through things, and that's another thing I wanted to just not discuss, but just mention. When we were talking about Coursera, I had talked about how a lot of course creators make a lot of assumptions. And with that, when you're making assumptions, you're tending to speak faster at a quicker pace. The rate is just like, woo, woo, woo. And that's a really speedy way. That's a really fast way to turn learners off, is by rushing through things. And I think a lot of more newer creators and creators who maybe don't have a lot of experience, maybe like, advanced beginners, they want to look educated, and they are educated. They are educated, but they want to prove it. So they talk really quickly to be like, hey, look how well I know this stuff. But to me, that doesn't say anything about how well you know it. It just tells me that you talk fast. But so the Treehouse thing going slow, I don't think is a bad thing at all. But I do understand where you can feel bored really quick, even with the speed. So pacing is a really important thing to analyze in yourself. Like, what pace am I really comfortable with when choosing these platforms and when choosing these courses? Okay, let's go to freeCodeCamp, because I have one final thing to give away to Ray. I'm also paging to Ray from the Android Developer Africa channel. If you are here, to Ray, I need to hear from you, dude. I need to hear from you. I need to hear from you. Here's the backstory on Ture, and then we'll get to freeCodeCamp. He DM'd me on Twitter and said, I am the promoter of the Android Developer Africa Network on YouTube. Is there any way I can get a copy of your book, Tiny YouTube? I wrote this book for people trying to start YouTube channels, just because the information out there is like, go viral overnight. It's like, dude, there are better ways. There are more sustainable ways. And people with less than 10,000 subscribers, they need those more sustainable ways. So that's why I wrote the book. And I wrote it using my experience with this channel. But Ture wanted a copy. I said, show up for the live stream, and I will give you a copy of Tiny YouTube. So Ture, there's only one out there. You. Let me hear from you right now in the comments, and that book is yours, all right? So let's go to freeCodeCamp. I've mentioned freeCodeCamp a few times on this channel, and I am saving freeCodeCamp for last, because honestly, that backpack is never going to leave the shoulders of whoever wins it. Let me just show you what this backpack looks like. Oop, backpack. Let me just show you what this looks like as I chicken peck into my keyboard of freeCodeCamp. This is the one for 2020. This is the 2020 design. This is fresh off the presses. Look at this. Endorsed by Quincy himself, the founder of freeCodeCamp. This backpack is suitable for framing, but you should probably use it for like your laptop or whatever. Look at this. How cool looking is that? That is a dope backpack. Yeah. It's a dope backpack. Shout out to Quincy and Bo for hooking a lucky winner up with this backpack. But let's talk about freeCodeCamp. As a code newbie, as most people who are pursuing this career field do, they come across freeCodeCamp. And I was at that phase in my career, well, it wasn't even a career yet. I was just still learning. I was getting really frustrated. Because I was getting more into the intermediate beginner phase where I'm not a code newbie anymore. And I learned the basics of JavaScript, and I learned the basics of HTML and CSS. And I'm now learning about frameworks, like how this stuff fits together. And that's where it started hurting my brain a lot. And learning 100% self-taught takes a lot of emotional energy. It takes a lot of physical energy. It takes a lot of mental energy and a lot of mental dedication. You're drained doing this stuff no matter what. Okay, you're drained as a college CS student. You're drained especially drained as a bootcamp student, but you're drained as a 100% self-taught developer. You're drained. And I was getting drained. I was getting to the point of feeling burnt out, but there was so much adrenaline. There was so much at stake becoming a software developer that I didn't listen to the symptoms. And so I was getting angry. And this was about the time I started my YouTube channel as RealToughCandy. This was like May 2017, almost 3 years ago. And I ripped into freeCodeCamp. I absolutely ripped into them. And I took most of my frustrations out on freeCodeCamp because they were the unlucky recipient of my frustration. And the saddest part is because it was so emotionally charged, of course, it ended up like going like viral. I was making a lot of money from that video, and that was like my first taste of, you know, having some success on YouTube. And I didn't want to take it down, but it just became so cringy. And I did a lot of complaining about FCC, which, you know, and I did, you know, a follow-up video about that and stuff. But I think looking back, FCC has a lot to offer. As a one-stop shop for learning how to code, I think you might need to crank up the heat a little bit, especially as far as projects go. Now, the frustration I had with freeCodeCamp as a newbie was that going through these tracks or modules, this is what I like too. You don't have to sign up. You can get right into it. Oh, I love it. I love the swiftness. There was a lot of outsourcing of the actual material. So if you wanted to learn this stuff, when I was taking it, they've revamped it a little bit, maybe a lot of it. But when I was taking this, there was a lot of outsourcing to different places, like, you know, Mozilla Docs. No videos. There ones when I took this, there were no videos. There may be now. Now they have a YouTube channel, and they make some really great videos, and they've had me on their channel multiple times. Which, shout out to freeCodeCamp. They're just, Bo and Quincy and all of them at freeCodeCamp are doing a great job. And as someone who cares about the future of people and the future of people as far as being economically sustained, I think these guys are doing a great job introducing people to the power of programming totally free. Their support system is great too. Now, let's see what all do they offer anyway? Let's just see. This is the point where I think like I got to like around here and then did that rant video. I also did a lot of walkthroughs, and the success of those coding walkthroughs, I would do like solution videos to, there is like was it a vinyl record collection or something? There's different challenges, and I did YouTube videos, solution videos, and those got a lot of views. And what that told me was that people were looking for the solution because they got stuck. And those videos have a few thousand views each, maybe more now, but even, you know, as an unknown YouTuber, I was surprised how many views they were getting. So people were getting stuck a lot. But I know they've done a lot of changes since then. And they also have different things here. Information security and QA cert, 300 hours. Coding interview prep. Interesting. Selena approves of freeCodeCamp as well. I don't know what that's about. API and microservices. Ooh. Managing packages with NPM, Basic Node and Express, MongoDB and Mongoose, APIs and microservices. Let's just check this out. Oh, it's a project. Okay. Interesting. So this is a project page where they have you build this thing, an exercise tracker. Build a full stack JavaScript app that is functionally similar to this. Okay. Working on this project will involve you writing your code on Glitch on our starter project. After completing this project, you can copy your public Glitch URL into the screen to test it. Optionally, you may choose to write your project on another platform, but it must be publicly visible for our testing. Okay, this is kind of neat. Get a hint. And there's a hint page for this. I think freeCodeCamp is a great starting point because even just, it may sound simple, but the non-committal thing of just being able to be like, you know what, I'm just going to be, just relax and explore. I don't have to sign up for anything. I don't have to pay anything. let me just explore and see if this stuff's interesting. You might get frustrated. You might want to quit, but it gives you exposure. It gives you no cost, no obligation exposure to this stuff. Where even something like, not to pick on the Odin project, but that's the first one that came to mind. I believe you have to sign up to get to access their materials. If not Odin, then definitely other places where even if it's free, they're like, give us the goods. But I think because freeCodeCamp is nonprofit, their financial mission is much different than these other platforms. So let's hear it. And they have a forum too, where, you know, we've been talking about this here and there throughout the stream. Selena, what's up? You want to help? That the community is so important. And I know freeCodeCamp has a really robust community, and I think they have more than 1 million members. They might have thoroughly exceeded that metric. I just know there are a lot of people who use freeCodeCamp. But again, as far as the one-stop shop, I don't know. I don't think so. I think you might need more. I don't think any of the platforms I talked about today are one-stops. It's just, programming is just so dynamic. Web development especially is just so dynamic. I don't think one platform can handle all of the changes or handle all the things that you need to know for your coding journey. But I do think a lot of the ones we talked today, at the very minimum, have components you can pick and choose from. You can pick and choose for sure. When you hit a ceiling at one, graduate. And going back to that pacing thing too, that's what's nice about non-video platforms, is that the pacing is with your eyes. And that's what I love about the interactive coding environments with text. Selena, that's rude. Selena is licking her pink belly. Is that when it's text, you can control how fast you read it or how not fast you read it. And that's just, to me, I don't know what more to say about that. It's just one of the benefits that freeCodeCamp has, is that you can control how fast or slow you go without feeling like a lag. Your eyes are very, very quick to respond to your needs. All right, who's ready for a freeCodeCamp backpack? Let me hear some noise in the comments, and I mean it. Let me hear some noise for the bag. I seriously, there are 67 people in this chat right now. And I need to hear from a few of you if you want this backpack. This is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a challenge for you guys, because we are not going to just do a point and say, we're going to do a challenge. Okay. We got some people going. Matthew Smith says Studio Web and Coding Phase are my go-to. Interesting. Okay. We're going to talk about both those platforms in the niche live stream. Matthias says backpack. Okay. Matthew Smith already won. Oh, I'm sorry, Matthew. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. That's good though. You won. That's good. Yes. Look at all these people. Okay. We got some noise. Gabe the Fifth, I thought that was sushi. I got really excited for a second, but those are backpacks, I think. Okay, we have some entrants here. Listen carefully, guys, because this is the toughest. Because this backpack is so in demand, this is the toughest challenge of the stream. So you gotta listen carefully to this. The first person to produce this is going to win the backpack. Okay? We're going to start with this. The definition of a haiku. It's a very short form of Japanese poetry in 3 sentences. The first line is 5 syllables. The second line is 7 syllables. And the third line is 5 syllables. You guys with me on this? Let me give you some examples of a haiku. So if you've never heard of this, this is really important because you're going to have to know this for the challenge. Everyone waking up for the backpack. I know, right? I know. Andrei said 42. No, but close. Here's some examples of some haiku, okay? Here's by the great haiku poet Matsuo Basho. Remember, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. In old silent pond, a frog jumps into the pond. Splash! Silence again. You guys see what I mean? In old silent pond, there's 5 syllables. A frog jumps into the pond, 7 syllables. Splash, silence again, 5 syllables. Here's another example. In the twilight rain, these brilliant hued hibiscus, a lovely sunset. All right? Okay? The first person to compose a haiku containing the word JavaScript wins the freeCodeCamp backpack. Go. RealToughCandy is dope. RealToughCandy is dope. Sherry, you're trying to win the backpack. RealToughCandy is dope. RealToughCandy. Let's see these haikus. Refrigerator. Guys, I had to make this one silly because silly and challenging because this is a backpack. This is a backpack. I could just end the statement right there. This is a backpack. Next door Panda, NPM install mobile data limit reach too late for Wi-Fi. You guys are already banging out some really good ones. Haikus are easy, but sometimes they just don't make sense. JavaScript. No, haikus are easy. Can you guys format text? I need like the 3 lines. I don't even know if you can do that in live chat. Haiku test. Oh, darn it. Okay. JavaScript is hard. I want to. Wait a minute. Okay. RealToughCandy is tough. JavaScript is so hard. Me want the backpack. I gotta see, YouTube doesn't let you guys format them line by line, so I need to like count them out on my fingers. So does anyone have it? Where's the first reference of JavaScript? First line, haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. JavaScript, nope, nope. That's not haiku. That's not haiku. Try again, primitive. Haikus are easy, but sometimes they don't make sense. JavaScript, nope. Emma Dawson, JavaScript is hard. I want to win a backpack. Please let me win it. Emma Dawson wins the freeCodeCamp backpack. Emma, are you still in the chat? These haikus, I hope the chat is available after this video is done. Emma, are you there? You guys have some good haikus. I'm gonna read a few more of them. JavaScript, yo, yo, JavaScript, yo, JavaScript, yo, yo, JavaScript, yo. Who's M-Poke? It's a kind of a catchy one. JavaScript, yo, yo, JavaScript, script, yo, JavaScript, yo, yo. Oh my gosh. Sherry says, feeling like a dev, really feeling JavaScript. Pain now, I win it all now. Haikus or not, I appreciate your guys' artistic endeavors. Emma, yes! Congrats on your haiku. Email me, please, realtoughcandy@gmail.com. and we'll get you connected. Bo wanted me to tell you guys, he's the manager of the freeCodeCamp YouTube channel. okay? And he said it's going to take around 8 weeks to get the backpack, just to throw it out there, because it's coming directly from their production facility overseas. So yeah, it will arrive. It just is going to take about 8 weeks. So yeah, Sherry wanted to win a prize this whole time. 1 syllable short, or you're second. Je peux comprendre, mais bon, dommage pas, j'en ai de super sac d'eau. I don't know French at all, creative girl. I have no idea what that says. I'm interested though. Read my haiku, RealToughCandy. Which one? Which one? Feel like a dev. Feeling like a dev. Really feeling JavaScript. Pain now. I win all now. I think you're 1 syllable over, Sherry. Sherry, you're killing me. Feeling, you could say feeling like a dev. Feeling like a dev. Oh. I will not be watching any more live stream giveaways. I'm so sad. I never win anything. Hey, Sherry, I have a question for you. Don't log off just yet. Don't log off just yet. I want to give you something. I want to give you something. Why do I have a French Canadian accent? I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I do not. I don't know. It is not fair. Soradev posted a haiku. Soradev, where's your haiku? Where's your haiku? JavaScript challenge, difficult algorithms, I get the job now. JavaScript challenge, difficult algos, I get the job now. Sherry, are you here? Sherry, here's the thing with Sherry. She is a hardcore RTC supporter. She not only posted a selfie on my Discord of her with my newest book, Real Tough Software, she's also a patron. And she also hooked me up with the super chat. So, Sherry, I want to give you something. I want to give you something from my store. Do you like stickers? Do you like stickers? CandyScript, Teespring. Let's pick something out for Sherry, because she said she's never watching a live stream again and she never wins anything. Well, I just changed your day, Missy, because guess what? This is the mystery prize I was talking about. I was saving it for a special someone, and Sherry is a perfect candidate. All right, Sherry, I'm going to give you your choice. JavaScript cheese sticker, glamping mug, or glamping with React, Angular, and Vue. I designed these. This design is ridiculous, but I had to do it. As you can see, it's a tree with Angular fruit, Vue tents, and the Milky Way, a bastardized Milky Way with React symbols. Which one of those do you want, Sherry? Yes, the mug is worth a little bit more, but I mean, which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? Which one is like popping out to you? Ooh, stickers! It's true. It's true, Volpixel. It's true. Did Sherry really leave the chat? Did she really leave? Sherry, you have to be present to win, my friend. You have to be present to win. Sherry didn't win a prize. And she slammed her laptop shut and said, I am never, ever supporting RTC again. I stuck around for 3 hours during this live stream. Sherry, if it's a time to tune in, it is now. It is now. All right, guys. Okay. All right. Developers, this is about the time where we wrap up the stream. We've been on for 3 hours plus. I want to thank you everyone for tuning in. I've had so much fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. Thank you so much to Michael Kornblum, our mod extraordinaire. Shout out to the prize providers, App Academy Open, Andrei Neagoie, Educative, and freeCodeCamp. Shout out to Chiquito, who allowed me the pleasure, the dubious honor. Unfortunately, this drink was just not doing it for me, but I finished it. Someone call Sherry. I know, right? Matthew Smith says, don't go RTC. Maybe we can do a few more minutes after I give the shout outs. Thanks, Chiquito, for the snacks. Blue Diamond Smokehouse. I didn't even start cracking these. These are so good, though. I want to thank you guys. Lorna Roberts says, I missed it all. Don't worry. There's the replay. We're going to be keeping the replay. Let's go through the comments and see, because, I have a few minutes left too. If you guys want to hang out for a few minutes, and maybe Sherry will come back. Maybe Sherry will come back and claim her sticker or her mug. I don't know. She probably walked away and went to get some jerky. Well, maybe. I like that theory. And in the process of grabbing the jerky to just center herself, as I do with my beef jerky, she missed out on the fact that I gave her a prize. Oh, man. Guys, your haikus. I hope this live stream, sometimes in YouTube, they don't replay the chat. If the video goes on too long, they don't replay it. And I wish they would, because there are some great haikus in here. There are some great comments. There are some great conversations, some insights for these platforms. Well, I'll just... Yeah, Rock the Vote said excited for those mentorships. Are you talking about the App Academy Open mentorships? Because I'm excited for them too. Let's get out of here, because this is probably obnoxious for you guys to read, right? Let's go to the App Academy Open. Like I said, I interviewed this guy named Curtis last week, and I'm going to be producing our interview videos. They're different videos. I asked him everything. Oh my gosh, my thing of questions. I talked to him for an hour and a half. And he's the curriculum developer at App Academy. He is involved. I know for sure he's involved in the curriculum at App Academy. And I was, it may seem like all this stuff comes easy, or just like, oh yeah, I guess I'll just press record and everything will be fine. I get anticipatory anxiety about these meetings. And I was feeling kind of intimidated, I'm not a code newbie anymore, but I'm still new to the field. I have not been in this field for very long, only a few short years. And I've got a long ways to go. So talking to him, I said, oh man, this is a little intimidating, because he has a quarter-century experience in this industry. And I asked him, what are some changes, good and bad? What are our ethical responsibilities as software developers? Oh, a heavy topic. But that got on the page of questions, because I've been reading a lot about the energy requirements of the blockchain, and what is our responsibility as software developers in the career field and as citizens affecting things externally. We also talked about jobs, how to prepare for your first job. I asked him straight up, how do you not get fired as a junior developer? And he had some great answers for that. It was such a great conversation. It was just, you start talking to that person and it just flows. It was awesome. And so, we talked for a good hour and a half. So we'll be producing videos with that. And as each video is released, I'm going to be giving away a mentorship plan for App Academy Open. And to just get everybody up to track with that, what that is that you get access to a mentor for 3 months to ask questions about anything you have about the curriculum. So that is a really, really cool feature. And shout out to App Academy Open for donating those too. So my point of contact gave me 5. And I said, would it be okay if I used one today for the live stream? They said, yep, go for it. So sweet. We have 4 more of those to give away. And those are going to be given away starting next week. So that's going to be cool. That's about it, developers. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. I'm going to be making timestamps. This video is going to be kept up on YouTube. If you have any recommendations for the next video, we're going to be doing a live stream, but it's going to be niche platforms. Someone had mentioned Coding Phase and Studio Web, Steph Mischuk's platform. He's a creator on YouTube. I really like his videos. He is no BS. Smoke and mirrors do not exist on his channel, and he has a platform. So we're going to be reviewing that one. Coding Phase. I have a whole list. Egghead, Front-End Masters. Who else? It was, golly, there's just so many others. So yeah, and if you do have a platform or if you know of a platform, let me know so I can get to it. It's going to be a good live stream too. We're going to give away some prizes. I haven't connected with the creators yet. Wes Boss is another one. He has a JavaScript program that is pretty righteous. I think he has a React course too. I could be wrong. I know for sure he has. Let me just see. I'm curious. Wes Boss. Courses. Beginner JavaScript, Full Stack, Advanced React, and GraphQL. Ooh, ES6, CSS Grid. He has a ton of them. Holy smokes. He has one on Flexbox, and these are all different sites. Wow. Yeah, we're definitely doing this platform too. And we're going to be doing some giveaways. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So don't miss that one. Sometime in March, hopefully. Nothing is set in stone, but hopefully in March. All right. Is Sherry back in the chat? Sherry. Exorcism.io. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Noob for Life. Matthew Smith. Yeah, heard that. Can someone help me understand how the comments are not showing up on her screen? I think I'm lagging. I don't really know what the deal is. Mela says, real cool live stream. I appreciate that. I found out about some platforms I've never heard of. Great. Awesome. Matthias says, I love the stream, even though I lost a lot of it. I'll try to follow your streams from now on. Thanks. Thank you. Cool, cool, cool. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Emma says, great live stream, really informative. Thanks for the feedback. Thank you. I create these things. I want to create things that are helpful, but let's be honest. YouTube's an entertainment platform, and I want to keep things fun. This is a very serious platform, very serious career field. There are plenty of opportunities to be serious, but sometimes you just got to have some fun, and YouTube's a great platform for that. All right. If you want a prize and haven't gotten a hold of me, do it ASAP. Let me know what you won, and I'll hook you up. All right. RealToughCandy@gmail.com. Selena says goodbye. She's not talking to me, but she's talking to you guys, I guess. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.